Yeah. Overseas with it. Niggas claim they hot, where that money at? Niggas then ran up in your spot, where that money at? Trippers don't know you in the spot, where that money at? Fuck you, and that fake watch, where that money at? Yeah, niggas think they hot, where that money at? Niggas then ran up in your spot, where that money at? Strippers don't know you in the spot, where that money at? Fuck you, and that fake watch, where that money at? Yeah. Slipping on my pimpin', nigga, never that. Always had more women than bitches, nigga, roger that. Money is the root of all evil, get the fuck back. We been brainwashed from a fetus just to get scraps, scratch that. Now I'm on a mission just to get dope. Physical or crypto, from the 9 to 5 or a kick dough. When shit get cold, like the hometown of Klitschko. Vladimir, your boys out of here with the sick flow. Now I ain't no rushing, but I'm rushing through this budget. I turn the booth into a gun, raise the way I'm busting. I caught the whole onion, then I got it from my cousin. In and out of traffic, toe tagging, we be hustling. I understand the shine first and realize your time worth. Can't be rich until you enrich your mind first. But I'ma be ignorant with my black ass and probably swipe my black card to blind black mask. Yeah. Niggas say they hot, where that money at? Niggas then ran up in your spot, where that money at? Strippers don't know you in the spot, where that money at? Fuck you, and that fake watch, where that money at? Yeah. Niggas say they hot, where that money at? Niggas then ran up in your spot, where that money at? Strippers don't know you in the spot, where that money at? Fuck you, and that fake watch, where that money at? Yeah. That moolah, that cheese, that fettuccine, that guala is what a nigga after, so holla at me tomorrow. I'm looking for investors to throw some bread at the startup. Straight to the top, I'm cream of the crop with the product. Money isn't everything, but in this society, you gotta have funds to have fun, so don't lie to me. 153 million the fucking lottery. World keeps spinning, I just mold it like fucking pottery. Fuck that poverty shit, my niggas gotta get rich. Hip hop over everything like hippopotamus clicks. Niggas wanna hate, that be on some anonymous shit. People wanna relate, they wanna be a part of my clique. We are not with the shits, the toilet did not get fixed. All less fail, every door come off the hinge. $1 million in my bank account, the sweet is revenge. 75% in the savings, making some sense. Niggas say they hot, where that money at? Niggas then ran up in your spot, where that money at? Strippers don't know you in the spot, where that money at? Fuck you, and that fake watch, where that money at? Yeah. Niggas claim they hot, where that money at? Niggas then ran up in your spot, where that money at? Strippers don't know you in the spot, where that money at? Fuck you, and that fake watch, where that money at? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's Godkilla in the house. I'm coming to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family, man? Y'all know what it is, man. Look, got a good one, man. You know, I've been sitting back, chilling, watching the whole parade go by. Sometimes you got to do that, sit back and relax. I don't want to hear about you spelled Sekou name wrong. No, I did not as his name. Because he be flim-flamming, bam-bamming. Boom with the foolery, making it up as he go. And we're going to take a real detailed look at the debate. Now, they heard they did it, played it without me. Let the flim-flammers flim and let the flammers flam. That's exactly what it was, man. Let me some more people come into the room, man. I'm going to throw the link in the server, man, so we can look at this thing together, man, where y'all at. If y'all joining, y'all joining. Get some understanding about what's really going on with this debate here. I heard they took a poll. I think it might have been maybe kind of like Was it like 55, 45, something like that? Say cool. If it was 55, 45, mm, if it was 60, 40, right? Or 60, 35, say cool, right? That means we actually won. You know, the subjects we attack here are subjects that are found at the highest levels. Okay. And you should never expect most people to understand them. The best teachers may get about, I would say 100% of the people, the best teachers, when we talking about subject matter that people just aren't really familiar with or aren't even comfortable with. There's words, there's definitions, aren't comfortable with. A good teacher might get 20, 15%, 10% of the people to really get that. We're in the most scientifically literate. No, I would say that the United States leads the world in science and technology, the number one. And 50% of his people, right, are illiterate in science. That's wild, right? That's super wild. Over half of the people aren't even literate in science. Then when you start coming to the marginalized communities, man, real low, man. Jobs, STEM, and all that, fading down the damn stretch. So I find it interesting that we let Sekou come into our community, right? And flim flam y'all again. Let 55% of the people get flim flam, or was it 40, whatever the hell it was, that is there. And we're gonna play, we're gonna show you on one of his first slides is there. The foolery. Right in front of your face, right? I find it very interesting, but hey, man, it is what it is. Let me see. I want to find a word here. I want to see something here. Let me see. Yeah, I want to see something right here. All right. So, first of all, man, let me give a shout out to everybody in the crowd. All right. What it do? Who we got in the building so far? Juju, what it do? I ain't dropped the daggone thing. Let me drop this. See where everybody at. See who want to join me, yo. Yeah, of course, Chef would say some wild shit like that. Get caught up in Farrakhan. I know, right? I can't listen to that shit. Shit's horrible. Shit, the Louis Farrakhan told us during the pandemic to take all our clothes off, and I'm not making this up, and stand outside and let the sun shine on you to protect you against coronavirus. Did it show on it? I played the clip. Yes, he did. He did say that. At a certain point, man, you just can't continue to listen to that garbage, man. Straight garbage. I mean, straight garbage all the way. Come on now. Straight garbage. Trash. Trashery. They call it trashery and foolery. Yep. Complete. Trashery and complete foolery. Let me pass this thing out. Pass that link out a little bit. We're going to go over this. All right. Real easy. Like, this is easy work. Been wanting to do this. And see. Yeah, we had that great lecture we had, man. It was a good one. Man, if y'all missed it, we had about, maybe between the two channels, maybe about, let me see, about 1,451 views. Should be more than that, but maybe 700 on one channel, 700 something on one channel, maybe I think almost 800 on the pseudo killers, and 670 on community of skeptics. All right, the numbers is moving slow on that, and I would think it would. you know, it seems like this particular community can't handle looking at white people for some odd reason, but love looking at the pseudo white people lie. Be cheering to the top of their lungs for them. It's crazy. Discarded information is what they give us in this community here by non-experts. But I don't do no crying on that because it is what it is. And despite the foolery around us, we will continue. Think I'll do more of bringing experts on, interviewing them. Yeah, because y'all done got on my last nerves. And not the people that's dedicated to beating up the pseudoisms. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just saying just the whole riffraff. I know what riffraff is. Trust me. In this community, riffraff are those who are speaking against things, science, and have no understanding of it, but make a mockery of you for trying to do it. We consider you the riffraff. Wow. You know what I'm saying? True riffraff. Complete foolery. All the way. Let me send that link out. Let's see who want to jump on. And let's do what we weren't unable to do on my break. Been at this for a long time. What? What'd you say? Shaka. I don't fuck with no Shaka. He running around grooming people's children. The hell wrong with y'all? I does none of that. Very vocal. Right. Y'all never make the mistake and put my name in shit ever again. Ever. Keep it right. All right. Y'all know Q Butter's a scammer. Flim flammer. Faking like he got a school when he really got a homeschooling little program. It's real cute. Said it out of his own mouth. Had to beat him up, badger him down. Now he's saying it out of his own mouth. But he presented it as if it was an institute or some shit. Then when you catch him up and he threatened to rob people and you call him out on it, now they just homeschooling. Right. Stop playing. Yeah, once you didn't threaten me, yo, you didn't threaten me. It is what it is. Ain't no don't apologize to me, my nigga. Yeah, we don't play apologies around here. For what? You meant it. Right? You think that you know better and what black people should have, what they shouldn't have. Foolery. Do what you do. Keep acting like you got some kind of institute. You got a homeschool program. Teaching blackology at the highest degrees. Complete nonsense. Yep, I said it. Got a bunch of riffraff on your channel, not telling you the truth, out of control. Man, whole bunch of unmeasured conversations, just anybody saying any damn thing. That shit ain't cute, man. Haters. None of my life seen so much hate. They getting money. Niggas supposed to rob me because I sell products to the African American community. That's what the hell you supposed to do. Commerce, my nigga. Business, my nigga. At least I ain't selling dope to the black community, my nigga. I just found it to be very interesting. Now, we can't sell a culture. Get out of here. Nor did he ever call up Nike and Adidas for selling red, black, and green. They don't give a damn about the RBG. But you threaten to rob me. Joke. Clowns. Yeah. Then after they finish the buffoonery and the thuggery, then they want to apologize. Half-hearted apology. I didn't mean it, nigga. You meant it. You wouldn't have said it if you ain't meant it. You said it. I frequent New York a lot. I'll definitely be there. I wish you would. I'm gonna beat you to your house. Cute butter. Now your little cronies go tell them that. Right. Find the whole situation interesting. Surrounded by complete foolery at wild levels. Bunch of ruffians claiming to be in support of black people and black love, disrespect to women at levels that I ain't never familiar with. Crazy. Where the hell is the... Trying to put the thing in the thing, man. God damn, man. This is crazy. What is that? The whole thing is wild to me, man. I mean, wild. I'm not spelling Sekou name right. I'm spelling like it is. Nigga name is Sekou. Don't matter. He made it up anyway. We don't even know who this guy is. What's the guy's real name? See, remember that rule that's in place? We want your real name. We don't know who you is. Sekou. Say anything out your mouth. You're not well studied. Do a lot of memorizing, and you outdated in your approach to help black people. Trying to get the African Americans trapped up in some wild revolution that y'all ain't even figured out yet. Outdated information, using the old outdated shit anti-diops. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And it's right there in front of our face. All of them is a bunch of nuts running around here. I'm going to play a first clip to show you how nut King Simon a nut. Now, I ain't mad at King Simon, but he's a fucking nut. See, now when I call them what they is, see, now that I'm back on my grizzy grind, right? You want to do, don't call my phone. So it's a clear separation between what I'm wanting to do and what you think you're doing. It's clear. I catch the heat anyway. I might as well catch the heat the way I want to catch the heat. How about that? And I ain't going to be hounding, screaming. I ain't going to be tripping. I'm going to be accurate as hell. Yeah, King Simon, numerologist, a damn pseudo. All day, red pill, green pill, they're all pseudos. Very vicarious in their approach to miseducate black people while they sell them gold water for the damn pandemic. How wild can that be? So don't act like we cool. Don't act like none of that. Don't act like that. I don't want to hear y'all put my name in the same side of the house with any of them. That way y'all know for sure. Now, if you go ahead and frequent their channels and you get your face on their blobs, right, that's on you. I'm here to really educate people, right? So you can pass this information on to your family. So maybe they can get a better education and have a better life for themselves and their children. All that made up foolery and thuggery, threatening people, a principal threatening people. When? A homeschool principal threatening people, threatening to rob somebody. And if you sending your kids to that school, you a nut. Because only a nut, watch this, only an actual nut would send their kids to a school that got a principal threatening to rob somebody, knowing that their kids in that school, knowing that everybody know the address and will beat the fool there after he tried to rob them. Only a real nut would send their kids there. And then even if you was playing, who would send their school, who would send their kids to a fake homeschool program, right? That they got the person that's supposed to be running it threatening people. I don't understand it, man. Maybe y'all do. Why can't I? Okay, where is it? Hold on, let me put this in a set. I gotta find them. Mod. I don't want the mod rules. Where is the daggone? Hey, somebody type something inside the mod chat so I can get a message. Hold on. Let me see. Nope, 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 nope. See if I can find that. Come on, Juju, hit me up in the mod thing so I can put the link in there. Nah, man. All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So that's where I'm at, man. You watch this. Let me show y'all how wild it is. All of them. You got a nerve to talk about somebody you gonna rob if they sell to the community. Nigga, it ain't your community. It ain't even an organized community. It ain't even a damn community. It's a group of people running their damn mouth. That's exactly what it is, a damn community. Stop it. Stop the language. Stop the child abuse. That's what it is. It's child abuse when you miseducate your children, when you put them on a plan that clearly wasn't effective in the 60s and the 70s, that clearly lost. You put them on that trajectory. Send your kids to school mad and challenging the teacher on some wild nonsense that ain't even real. That's child abuse. Craziest thing ever. People don't love Africa. Them people don't love African Americans. They can't even separate a continental African from an African American. This is 400 damn years difference. Cultural difference. They don't even respect that and think you saying something wrong. Let me show this first clip and show you how flagrant they is. Across the board flagrancy. Smile in your face. Get out of here with that. And I ain't got no hate for none of them. Trust me when I tell you, definitely ain't got no hate for none of them. But I got to call it what I got to call it what it is. Okay. Here you go.
In reality, and the more I dug, the more I found it is real.
Right. You know, me and Sonetta, of course, we used to roll with Dr. Delbert Blair. And Delbert Blair used to speak on that a lot. Also, I used to be in the Ansar community with Dr. York.
Wow.
He used to speak on it a lot after he transitioned out of Islam. And a lot of people would call it pseudo. A lot of people would call it pseudo. Why would you think? Because I explained on my channel, King Simon Present, shameless plug, but I explained it on my channel that that's a Greek word, and anytime Greek went into another civilization and didn't understand anything or the spiritual systems, they call it pseudo.
Right.
So what do you think about that word pseudo and when people throw it around all the time?
All right. So they got a campaign to mess up the fucking words. They got a campaign to try to take the stigma away for what the word really means, that they false. And they operating on the faulty conditions, and they try to change it and fake it out. You heard King Simon. What the hell is King Simon talking about? Well, I told them they would name it Greek. It's the Greeks didn't understand they would name it pseudo. We're talking about 2023. First of all, you made that up. Said any damn thing. In reality, we're talking about right now. People like that man, Bill Carson, glorified pseudo with a straight face. King Simon, glorified pseudo with a smiling face. They represent the same thing. Misdamn information. With no real power at all. If King Simon had the power, he'd have knew that Polite was a flim-flammer based off of the numbers that surrounded him, huh? He would know that Billy Carson It's a dedicated pseudo with shades on. Can't see the nigga eyes. He said with a straight face. It's the biggest pseudo in the community. All guns is officially pointed at Bill Carson. Keep your eye on him. Watch him. He fake, phony, and corny. He's a liar. He's cheating. Doing the same shit Polite did. Making up shit as he go. Stealing intellectual real estate between your mind. It's right there for you. And they'll call you a hater. Wait a minute. He's a low-level Malachi York. He's a low-level, quote-unquote, Delbert Blair. Q Butter running around masquerading scientific literacy and teaching anti-vax material. Wild. Wild black algae. Wild. They're all corny. They mean none of y'all no good. None of them. And I ain't tripping. And I can look them right in their face and tell them you made that shit up. Yeah, we coming back. We ain't playing with them. For what? They don't play with us? When you got them in the corner, they say they're going to rob you. They threaten you. I walk right towards the threat. That's how I was raised. Walk towards the threat. Deal with it.
It's another way of putting a cap on people's consciousness and stopping them from wanting to reach higher realms. It's a way of using wordplay to cast a spell on you, to stop you from moving forward in what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to seek out. And it really is actually a spell. And it works very well because as soon as somebody says pseudo, it just knocks down everything. Yeah.
I did my damn job then. As soon as somebody says pseudo, it just knocks down. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're going to play that clip again. Done my job. 22 Love. 07, what's good? Jody Breeze, what it do? Timmy Turner, what's good? Mongo Slade, what's up? What it do? Who else we got in here? Miss Site One, what's up? Juju Pseudo Killer official. What's up with you? Fake Tang, what's up with you? What it do? Yeah. Omar Reed, I see you in the building. Let me run the clip again. Let me run the clip again. Yeah, they trying to go against the word pseudo. That word pseudo got them. Got them because it calls them exactly where they at. Let's go back again. The pseudo Carson himself.
It really is actually a spell. And it works very well because as soon as somebody says pseudo and to accomplish what you're trying to seek out, and it's really using wordplay on people's consciousness. And
when people throw it around all the time.
It's another way of putting a cap on people's consciousness and stopping them from wanting to reach higher realms. It's a way of using wordplay to cast a spell on you, to stop you from moving forward in what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to seek out. And it really is actually a spell. And it works very well because as soon as somebody says pseudo, it just knocks down everything. Yeah.
And you see what I'm saying? That's why. Sanetta, you had a question? I know you wanted to.
You mentioned UFO. Do you?
So you heard him. Using the word pseudo works very well because it's really a spell and it knocks you down. I did my damn thing then. That's exactly what they are. They not only pseudo, they dedicated pseudo, and he's the top-notch pseudo. You get the most views. Him and 5 Keys. Millions of views. Lying to millions of people. Not just white people. Thousands of black people. Lies. Foolery. At high levels, man. But see, if you done heard the Malachi York thing and the Delbert Blair thing, see, you definitely prepared for this thing right here. You can see how crazy it is. Because that it is. It is absolutely crazy. Absolutely, positively crazy. So let's move forward now. Now we got that out the way. Pseudo Carson and them. Crazy, man. And I often wonder why. Often wonder why, man. UFOs. Let me hear what you guys say about the UFOs. Let's see. Do we have anybody around us talking about UFOs? So you got to cut this shit off right where it's at, man. Watch this.
You believe that there's other beings here besides us? And if so, what do they look like, if you know?
Well, I believe that there's other beings here already, and we look like them. Not the other way around. I think that human beings, Homo sapiens sapien, are the new kids on the block, in my opinion. And I do believe that these other beings have been here for a very, very long time, eons, many, many eons before Homo sapiens sapien. And they probably genetically modified us and probably seeded this planet with some of us as well. And in my personal opinion, after reading a lot of these tablets from around the world, they were multiracial beings. It's not just one race. There's black, there were blue, there were green, there were red, yellow. And they basically, according to the Emerald Tablets, they were told to go around the planet and re-kickstart civilizations. And I think the people that went to specific continents put their genetic marker on Homo sapiens, giving them the same look, genetically as them. That's why you see black people and stuff like that.
How do you distinguish them from us?
Well,
King Simon know damn well he lying. This is foolery, y'all. This is wildness to me. Lying. Seems like Sarnetta giving him a break, but I already know Sarnetta don't believe none of that shit. I already know that. King Simon. Interesting. The whole alien thing, the whole this thing. It's wow. And they late with this now. I want y'all to know that I done heard this 15 years ago. He just refurbishing it for the new people. All right. It is. Rastafire, why y'all run from Lex, man? Kick that, man. Get him, get out. Get out. Because you ain't hit that damn link. You just talking in the chat. I ain't playing with y'all. Running a tight ship around here. Bunch of nuts. I don't got time to play with nuts. I ain't got time to hear none of that. It's a bunch of nonsense. Y'all know where the foolery at. Y'all go hang out with the foolery. Run from it. Lex is a dedicated pseudos. We don't run from pseudos. We kill pseudos around here. Remember that? Pseudo killers, right? Community skeptics. We skeptical. Very skeptical of that foolery they talking about. Stop it. Why y'all running for Lex? The whole time that probably is Lex. Boy, y'all play this YouTube thing real close to the cuff, don't y'all? Why y'all running from Lex? Crazy. What's up, No Saints? Pseudo Killer, where you been at, boy? I see you, Rebel. What's good? What it do? Dave B, my man. What's up, man? Yeah, Dr. Bobby Price is a pseudo. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, we need to go find him, don't we? Where he at? Think I heard him too. Real pseudo. ZU221. What's up? King Sosa, what it do? Yep. Interesting, right? Yeah. Smooth with it. They say that boy smooth with it. Smooth with the lies and pseudoisms, huh? Yeah. Supposed to be armed. Come on now. Yeah, I find it real interesting. What's that? See if I can drop the link in the Wishman comment. And we're going to get right cracking. Mm-hmm. All right. Know what y'all really came for. I wanted to get the Billy fraud out of the way, right? It's good to know that the word pseudo is shaking them up. You call them what they is, man. Get them out the game. All right, so now we'll move on to this debate. All right. We're going to take a look at some of the pseudo slides that was brought. You can read some of the comments too. What we got right here? I appreciated the way Sekou broke down to brother Reggie about English version of African systems often don't translate. Now, this is an early trick, all right, on how you don't have certain words to explain certain ideas, right? But this is actually a trick. Because if you floating, you floating. If the shit ain't grounded in reality, it ain't grounded in reality. Now, whether you have a word for or not, that whatever, it's still not grounded in reality. But the way they try to use it against you is, well, there's certain things that they're doing in African spirituality, which we ain't figured out what the hell African spirituality was. There's certain words that don't translate over. Okay. And there's some things you don't understand about it. And what would that be? We understand enough about the natural world to understand that what they're talking about doesn't apply to the natural world. It applies to the supernatural world. So as soon as you start talking about spirituality, you're talking about religious practices grounded in the supernatural. When you're talking about science, you're talking about things grounded in the natural world. Explanation of the natural world, natural phenomenon, things that happen in the world that you live in, things that make up your reality. That's not hard. And so if you try to mix them up, you're trying to mix up the natural world and the supernatural world. Those two are clearly separate. One you can put through and gather empirical data. The other, there is no empirical data. You cannot test God. There's no test to verify God. God lives in the imagination of human beings. The supernatural world that cannot be verified. How do we know? Because all over the world, there's different things that human beings have came up with to explain the natural world. Your man, Billy the Pseudo Carson, he makes a living off of things that none of y'all can verify and prove. Goes on to say, this is key because of the limits of the English language. Now, how are we going to follow spiritual practices, religion, we didn't grow up around in the U.S.? we're a melting pot. We have right to choose. Somebody say, stand firm, brother Sekou. Say about Reggie. Reggie, there's no book on African spirituality. Saw shows us a book, literally called The Book of African Spirituality. Mm. Man, they hating on Sekou. They mad because he spanked that ass. Keep standing strong, Sekou. Sekou killed it. I'm now convinced that Reggie is trolling Sekou or kind of bullying him like intention. What? No, initiation. Laugh out loud. We see those smirks. He loves Sekou and respects this bookmark. What? Yeah, see, they say anything, man. Watch this misinformation. It say they both agree on science. But in my opinion, Sekou's definition of spirituality is the realization of how all of life operates in nature. See it? See that statement right there? See? Life, nature, these are the natural world. Life exists in the natural world. So spirituality ain't telling nothing how to operate in the natural world. It's not. It's speculation. Which in terms is a collective creator. What? The whole is greater than the parts. While Ankh is arguing against spirituality as a belief system, Sekou wins hands down. Science can account. Watch this. Watch this. Science can't account for the creation of water, gases, nor earth. Crazy. Further, none of these can be created or destroyed, making science necessary but limited. See, this is what you're getting. What the hell? Like we understand water. We understand gases. We understand the creation of gases and water. We do understand that. We do understand the creation of earth. We do. Spirituality speculates. This is wild. Let's see the responses is to this real quick. Science actually does account on how water, gases, and rock formation happen. Like, did you skip chemistry and basic science classes involving atoms, neutrons, protons, and electrons? Spirituality cannot do none of that. And our understanding of it developed nuclear energy. It's a fact. Someone says, are you sure about what you're saying? FYI, I'm not speaking about the cycles, hydrogen cycle. Man, it's just, what the hell? Let me see. State changes solid to liquid gas. I'm speaking about the actual formation of matter. That's what Sekou kept saying. That's going through these changes. The atom structure is a theory formed in about 1803. It's not natural law, bro. It's modern concept. Think about that. Think about what you say before you say it. Yeah, it's just complete. Just yeah. Y'all do get my point now. Like they just, like if they would have voted for me, it would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. So they don't even understand that the Big Bang, right, is the source of the creation of what they would call matter. They don't even understand that. Not hate. Let's see. Ankh is a horrible debater. It's a terrible debater. Sekou won. Sekou won hands down. Somebody says Sekou did have a strong third round, But our man Sekou failed to show how African spirituality is superior to modern science. We're going to see how strong that third round was. We're going to check that. I don't believe it. It says scientific literacy can definitely advance our people, while spirituality is more like a personal pastime. That's a good statement right there. Sekou shut down two with one. Juju, Reggie. Yeah, man. Let's see. Ancestral voices. Spirit is eternal. Yeah, man. Ankh was in a damn cult. Facts. He sounds ridiculous. This is funny because everything is logged on YouTube, which is technology. Without the technology, you don't get to be on YouTube. Quantum physics help bring, the understanding of the micro world. That's how you get the computers and the computer chips and all that, by understanding the micro world. You don't get none of this. You don't get this with African spirituality, which we still haven't figured out yet. This is wild. But how many of us really do understand that? It says this was a good debate, but Sekou lost. I'll tell you why. In a debate, you can never, and I mean never, acquiesce to your opponent's premise. This debate was about African spirituality versus science. Both debaters confessed we need science. Only one debater claimed we need African spirituality. So the minute Sekou confessed that science was needed without also making Ankh confess African spirituality is needed, Sekou lost the debate. He argued with Ankh. He acquiesced. Sekou did great, but there's no coming back from agreeing with your opponent in the debate. You fight until the intellectual death. We have an intelligent one right there. The chosen few. Yep. Tried to tell you. Let's see. It is laughable yet tragic how one fails to understand the union between spirituality and science. It's tragic that people actually think there's a union there. Now, you can look stuff up and all that, but what I will tell you is African spirituality does not adhere to the rules of science. I ain't gonna read all these. Ankh sounds like Joe Biden. They crack the jokes. Let's see. I don't read that. It says Ankh is embarrassing, blaming the pandemic on underdeveloped countries. Why no one close to this guy checks him on this position? Yeah, whatever, man. On this, why you don't say position on poison? Oh man. Well, let's get to this debate though, man. Let's see where we at. Here we go.
Shout out to everybody pulling up. We about to get started soon. Give it a minute to let y'all all get in here before we get it started.
See how our debates be? Nice and clean, clear, professional. Brother Domo holding it down. A fair brother. Non-biased brother. See what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to see if Ankh took an L on this, or did Ankh win this joint, or did Sekou come out the gate swinging?
Y'all make sure y'all say what's up to everybody as y'all come on in.
Yeah. This was
Be
a
polite.
powerful
Oh
debate.
man.
show some love for your brother Sarnetta, and I wouldn't mind doing this again. You know, we got a lot of debates to uncover. So,
All right, hold on one second.
do right by Sar.
All right, we can start now. We can go.
All right, bet. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get the debaters spotlighted. Brother Sekou, Brother Ankh, we want to welcome all y'all to another House of Consciousness Big League Debate production. We got a grudge match here for y'all. Something that's been a long time in the making, answering a lot of questions that need to be answered. It's science versus spirituality. Y'all done heard about it. Y'all done heard the dialogue. Y'all done heard the back and forth. Now we in here. We got Brother Sekou. We got Ankh, the Godkilla, pseudo-killers in the building. Let's start with Sekou. Introduce yourself to the people, brother. You on mute.
Peace and blessing, family. My name is Sekou Kelly. I live here in Canada. I'm from Liberia. I'm very happy to participate in this debate, being on Sarnetta for a few years now. And I'm here tonight to defend the African culture, identity, and African perception of reality and African worldview. So that's why I'm here tonight. And I'm very happy to defend it because it's my culture and our culture. And it's very, very interesting to defend your identity.
We definitely appreciate that representation.
Man, all right, hold on. Let me get that. Let me get it. I got you. Got you. All right. Got you. Okay. Here we go.
Here for y'all. Something that's been a long time in the making, answering a lot of questions that need to be answered. It's science versus spirituality. Y'all done heard about it. Y'all done heard the dialogue. Y'all done heard the back and forth. Now we in here. We got Brother Sekou. We got Ankh, the Godkilla, pseudo-killers in the building. Let's start with Sekou. Introduce yourself to the people, brother. You on mute.
Peace and blessing, family. My name is Sekou Keller. I live here in Canada. I'm from Liberia. I'm very happy to participate in this debate. Been on Sarnetta for a few years now. And I'm here tonight to defend the African culture, identity, and African perception of reality and African worldview. So that's why I'm here tonight. And I'm very happy to defend it because it's my culture and our culture. And it's very, very interesting to defend your identity.
We definitely appreciate that, representing spirituality here today.
And so my point right here is that's the first trick. So, what is African identity? Is it a such thing? Are you talking about Kenyan identity? Are you talking about South African identity? Zimbabwe identity? Burkina Faso identity? Nigerian identity? Ghanaian identity? Togo identity? Ethiopian identity? Somalian identity? Eritrean identity? What are you talking about, Sekou? That's the trap. Maybe he should have been saying he's trying to figure out his identity as he was raised as a Muslim for his whole life on the continent of Africa. Wouldn't he have the best access to identifying his culture being from Africa? Wouldn't he? Why would he have to use Caribbean authors, American authors? Why would he have to do that? I find this very interesting. But see, this is the trap. Now that we break down every damn thing, we now understand that he's starting out with a faulty premise. And as we really start to study and we start to place value, we have a certain value that we place on being kidnapped and captured and enslaved and taken from Africa. There's a value, there's a placeholder there. And the reason we say Africa, these African Americans, because we don't exactly know exactly what tribe we came from. Got a general understanding of the areas. They got a map. They have it written down on where they took the most slaves from Central and West Africa. You know, they keep pretty good records. But we don't know exactly where. So we call ourselves African Americans, embracing the whole daggone continent. This is understandable. Before a brother like Henry was born and raised on the continent of Africa, he should not have to be looking for his identity. He could simply sit down and have a nice conversation with his grandmother or his great-grandmother, his mother and his father, or his auntie. Read some of the books in this country. So he's already coming with a damn scam. He's not even using the resources that he got. He wants to go outside and bring in, like I said, African American authors, Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark. He wants to use Sheikh Anta Diaz, which is fine. He's a continental African. But that continental African is talking about the Nile Valley. And he's one of the first guys that hooked the whole of Africa together playing. He was definitely playing with that one. So he starts off with a faulty premise, as if we don't know who we are and where we came from, and we don't know what to identify with. So he's actually throwing a slight towards the African American community. Let us proceed.
for this debate. And we got one who really don't need no introduction. We got Brother Ankh, Bobby Banger, the Godkilla. Say what's up to the people.
Black African power to the people, man. The title was very, very clear. African spirituality versus science. I don't know about defending identity and all that. It's not the topic. I'm going to keep him on the topic. He's going to flim, flam, bam, bam, boom. I'm here to put science in its proper perspective in Black and African communities all around the world. It's time for us to step out from the Stone Age straight into the space age. I'm here to defend scientific literacy.
All right, let's get it. I know everybody been waiting to hear this one, so let's go ahead and first start with the format just to let y'all know how we're going to get in. Each debater will get a 5-minute opening. There will be 3 15-minute rounds, 1 rebuttal apiece for 10 minutes. There will be 3 questions in our cross-examination portion. Each debater will get 2 minutes to answer the question asked, and then there will be a 10-minute closing. All right. Now, y'all know we got to keep it respectful, so we go over the rules.
Repeat it again.
Yes, sir. 5-minute opening for each debater. 3 15-minute rounds apiece. 1 rebuttal round for each debater. A cross-examination round that will consist of 3 questions from each debater, and the responding debater will have 2 minutes to respond to each question. And then there will be a 10-minute closing round for each debater. We good?
We good.
All right. Now, like I was saying, we like to keep it respectful, so we like to go over the rules of engagement so everybody know how we getting it in. First, debaters' cameras must remain on, right? It's a performance activity. People want to see y'all rock out. 2, if you need your time stopped for any reason, let me know, just so we make sure we can serve your time and keep the integrity of everything going down. All right, we got heads. It's on you, Sekou. Which one? You go first, or you want Uncle to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Sekou said he'll go first. This is we getting into the opening. 5 minutes. I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock. You need to share a screen or anything?
Yes, I need to share.
Go ahead and get that pulled up.
Is my screen shared?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect. So my 5 minutes start, let me know.
5 minutes start now.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm here to discuss the topic, spirituality or science, which one will move our people forward? And I argue tonight that both spirituality and science are African cultural heritage, and both of them are necessary for our material and immaterial survival. My debate tonight, I'm going to share into 3 parts, because as I will be speaking it 3 times in 15 minutes. So the first one, as you see it in the red, is search for reality and meaning. Here I will be dealing with what is reality in terms of science, how science approaches objective reality and the reality of our existence. And what does African spirituality say about reality? And meaning, the purpose of a life. Why do we live? And what does putting meaning into life, what does it all mean? So reality and meaning is what I'm going to be dealing with part 1. Part 2, spirituality and progress. So all of this we are discussing is usually about progress. Can we make progress with spirituality and science or not? So I'll be dealing with it to show that spirituality and science together, we can make progress with it. And we have made progress with it in history. Then part 3, I'll be dealing with the danger of scientific materialism.
Okay. Progress. Can you make progress with African spirituality and science? African, first of all, he will never define what African spirituality is. He'll just throw that shit out there like it makes sense. And it didn't. And I kept asking, what system are you talking about through this whole debate? He would never give me that. Till the end, he made up some wild name and we couldn't even find it. And it was what it was. But progress. Of course, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You if that's all you had was your spiritual system and you had some technology you had developed, you know, the technology would help you progress. Okay? And depending on how wild your spirituality was, it could stop your progression. Now, I'm going to say this again. If your spiritual practices and religion is super wild, it will actually stop your progress. I don't think it actually can aid you in your progress, but it can definitely stop you in your progress. I'm going to say this again. Your spirituality and your religion actually doesn't push you towards progression. It can actually hamper it. Now, depending on what your spirituality is, it doesn't have to get in the way at all. You could just be practicing science and technology, and your spirituality doesn't get in the way, and that's fine. But take that technology and science away, there is no progression with your spirituality. And I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to slow things down. Because if you was to actually say that it's your spirituality that helps you progress, then you would have to give credit to Europeans who had what? They had Christianity, which was an offshoot of Judaism. The Muslims had Islam, which is an offshoot of Judaism. And you would have to say that their progress was based off of their spirituality. And you would actually have to say it ain't had nothing to do with African spirituality. If you make that declaration. And I'm saying, despite your religion and despite your spirituality, science and technology can push you forward in your progression. Matter of fact, it's the only thing that pushes you forward in progress. And depending on your spirituality, we know it can hamper your progression. We understand this by the Christian. You had some Christians that was just wild with their Christianity, and it hampered them. And then you had Christians that actually fostered science, meaning like the Catholic Church, right? They gave monies to push forward the institution. Islam, the Islamic Golden Age, was hampered by Islam. Islam shut it down. At first, it wasn't in a way called the House of Wisdom, where you had people from different religions came and studied and added to science. But as soon as the wild imam come in and made it evil, made science evil, it shut it all down. See, we don't really want to answer the questions, and we don't want the real answers. We want to play this fairy tale world. Let us continue.
Scientific materialism, which my opponent here tonight is defending, which is the idea that everything is matter and everything comes from matter, and there is nothing spiritual about the world, and only science is able to explain all of reality to us. So with this, I will be able to explain some of the dangerous ideology.
So yes, that's exactly what science does. It attempts to explain the natural phenomenon. Doesn't say it can explain all the phenomenon that occurs, but that's what science does. Science explains the natural world. Spirituality and religion explains the supernatural world. Things that are material, everything is material. Made up of matter. Protons and neutrons and electrons. They make it seem like it's a bad thing. It actually is not. So without technology, without the foundation of technology, right, and rudimentary science, where would the world be today?
Have come out of scientific materialism that could be of danger to our entire existence. So with that, I go to the next slide to tell you what I'm arguing tonight. I argue very clearly that both spirituality and natural sciences are part of African cultural heritage.
Both spirituality and natural sciences are part of African cultural heritage. Yep. Pre-science is part of early African heritage. Yes, it is. Modern science was not started in Africa. And as a matter of fact, science unto itself is actually a human endeavor, because different human beings in different areas, we're talking pre-science, right, added things to the table. I'm saying on the continent of Africa, there's different pre-scientific innovations that occurred. And it wasn't just one particular African tribe. There are different tribes that done these things. So we need to understand what pre-science is, the predecessor to science. This occurs for the first 2 million years in Africa. And without it, you do not get to modern science. And we can look it up and it'll take you step by step by step. What these people like to do is they like to skip the steps, and they're not comfortable with the role that Africa played in the foundation role of humanity. They're not comfortable with that. They want more. When in actuality, if they want more, they have to stand at the frontier right now to add to it. But they don't want to push that. They want to act like they did something that they just didn't do. The foundations is right there. The predecessor is right there. And without it, we would not be where we are today. But they're not comfortable with that. And then he goes on to, both fields are equally relevant to African material and immaterial progress. I do not agree with that statement right there. Equally nothing. Now, let's see. Both sides are equally relevant to African material and immaterial progress. The immaterial, how the hell can you have immaterial progress? Oh man, maybe we're gonna placeholder that. Immaterial. So you can have progress in things that are not matter. Okay. Now, I do not advocate for the replacement of science with spirituality or vice versa. I just know you don't. So then why are you debating with me? Then you prove my point then. Then those two needed to be separated, huh? Now watch this. Spiritual progress does not equal scientific method. Of course it doesn't. See, he agrees with that, but both share empirical basis. Okay. Outright lie. We could look up the word empirical. Empirical evidence. Empirical evidence is information that is acquired by observation or experimentation. Empirical evidence is information acquired by observation or experimentation. Scientists record and analyze this data. The process is central part of the scientific method. Remember, he just said that no, it does not require a scientific method. Let's go back here. We're here. Spiritual process does not equal scientific method. All right. But that's how you get the empirical but the empirical evidence is what's part of the scientific method. Because you start off with a hypothesis and you move forward with your data, your empirical data. That's how it's moved forward. But if you're agreeing that spiritual process does not equal the scientific method, then you can't say, but both share empirical basis. No, the empirical basis is grounded in the scientific method. But yet he's made that statement. and people would have missed it. Now watch this. What I hope to argue tonight is that African spirituality is essential to African culture. Of course it is. Nigerian spirituality and culture is essential to Nigerian culture. Of course it is. American culture is essential to American culture. He's flim-flamming. Your identity, your values, your interests and principles. Of course it is. What else would it be? Because you make it essential. It's part of your identity. If you're a Muslim, right, and you live in a Muslim country, part of that identity is Islam. Their value system comes from Islam. But one thing is for sure, if you live in Africa, you do not have to use a spiritual system to understand your identity and your place in that country. You absolutely do not. But you can, and you can make it essential. But what is he really talking about? This statement does not help him override science. Let's keep going.
Both fields are equally relevant to African material and immaterial progress. I do not argue for the replacement of science with spirituality or vice versa.
Time. Stop the clock. Remember, this supposed to be an opening, Sekou. You supposed to be telling the people.
See, son had to jump the hell in. You ain't supposed to be jumping into the debate. What time, my nigga? You ain't supposed to be in this. But let me keep playing it.
What you gonna do? You gotta
Yeah,
open. All right, family. That was on me. I made a mistake. I walked out, came back, and I thought Sekou was doing his presentation, but that was his opening. So that was on me, y'all. I made a big mistake.
Hold on, that's what he doing, sir.
That's what I'm doing, son.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I thought you was doing your lecture. Go ahead, my bad.
Nah, yeah.
I'm doing it.
What you doing now, yo?
Nah, he just he laying out his he laying it out.
I'm laying out my
Yeah,
argument.
go ahead. My bad. I just came back.
How many times do I have left?
Go ahead.
You got 3 minutes subtracted. Son had to dove in helping you out.
No, I'm not talking to you, Ankh. I'm talking to the
Nah, he got 230. You got
Domo,
230.
I'm not doing all this son that diving in out the middle, helping that man, trying to
237.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yo,
what we not
let's
doing,
keep
bro?
the debate right.
Nah,
bro.
man,
I
let's
told
keep
you. I
the
thought
debate.
it was the I
Let's
thought it was
keep
going
no,
into
you
the
weren't
round.
supposed to think nothing. The contest has started.
Yeah, now hold on. We good.
brother.
We good.
I was
Nah,
just laying
nah,
out my
good.
argument.
Hold on. Let's bring it back.
What
Let's
is
bring it
wrong
back.
with
Let's bring
you,
it back.
bro?
Man,
What
what's
is
wrong with
you,
me?
man?
You supposed to be out of here.
Hold on. Look.
Hey, you helping
Let's
him
do it
out.
like this. Let's do it like this.
Hold up,
No, he's
Domo.
not helping
How in
me.
the hell did I help him out when I said
I suppose he was messing it up.
Look, all of this,
rules and regulations.
this would be a great controversy to have in the post-debate show. But we got it,
So, I gotta jump in. I gotta jump in at that point. Yeah, I'm saying. Because don't help him. Don't jump in. If he was doing it, then he messed up the rules and he ain't know where the hell he's at, and you gotta let him do it. Can't jump in time. You can't do that. Now I understand that I gotta fight for that moment. So we don't have no more moments down the line in the debate. That's why I jumped in like that. You got to, right? You got to control the narrative. You got to fight for your little space. Got to. Ain't supposed to jump in. Just for the record. So yeah, let's keep rolling. And I'm gonna drop the link in a second.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta let's be respectful. The brother Sekou. Sanetta,
Yeah,
he
let
is just
me
laying out
continue.
his argument. He ain't making that argument yet. He's just saying what he gonna talk about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right,
So
that's all I thought. I thought that he was going into his presentation.
No.
That's all. Go
I
ahead,
was
my
going to
bad.
open
That's
it.
all I'm saying.
hold on,
Carry
look.
on.
So see, here goes Sister Freedom. She says people are pseudo when they don't agree with the get along game. See, that's exactly what makes Sister Freedom pseudo right there. See, they trying to find a way to weasel out that powerful word, pseudo and pseudo-scientists, because they look the word up and they know. Jed, I see you. See? Hater. They be hating. I love these chats. You can see who the haters are.
So look, we're gonna put you at 2 minutes 45 seconds.
Most people have no clue that in 2023 the best way to make.
Hold on, let me get out the commercial.
In building, in fighting for our development as a people, in rising up as a people, uniting and fighting for our. I go back again. I say I'm arguing 3 points tonight. The first point, when I will be, we've built civilization through this ideology. For somebody to come today and say it is antiquated, that it is no longer useful, the person will have to show us how it is no longer useful. For me tonight, the burden of proof that is on me is to show how African spirituality and science have worked together in building civilization, in building our people. Even in times of difficulties and trial, spirituality and science will always use side by side and to develop our people.
So how did I refute this? Early in the game, I showed you when religion, quote unquote, spirituality popped up on the scene. It was actually after human beings produced tools that would allow them to survive in their ecology. And those tools that they made will become part of some of the religious symbols, like the axe becomes the Netcha in Egyptian cosmology. Finding water, food, clothing, and shelter is essential in humans' survivability. Arts and crafts, all these things predate spirituality. And I showed where you first start to see some of the twinklings of these shaman, these medicine men, these root women start to come on the scene. But at 300,000, 350,000 BCE, 200,000 BCE, 120,000 BCE, you start to find cognitive abilities start to come together, but there's no religion yet. Any ritual you had was based around finding resources. You find lunar calendars, the understanding of the moon cycles before you understand God and spirituality. These things are very clear in the fossil record. So he's wrong off the top, but it takes a certain amount of education to know that. And by the way, this was written by Malaya Sante. You can see it. Let's keep going. That particular book right there.
With that, I wait for my first round to continue. I yield my time.
All right, we appreciate that, brother Sekou. That was a great start. Even with the interruption, I would just like to ask all the background staff. Again, the rules apply to y'all as well. No interruptions, and let's keep our finger on that mute button just in case anything else. Brother,
right here.
You ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right, let's get it. We got 5 minutes on the clock. Whenever you're ready.
When the last time African people actually had African spirituality? We don't know exactly what that is. We're going to make him show us what African spirituality is. He won't tell us. He hodgepodging us right now. Let me share my screen. I want to establish some working definitions. I'm going to have to do that because he's going to be all over the place. Talk about what is science. We're going to talk about traditional medicine versus science. This is important. You'll find out. Does religion and spirituality produce positive outcomes? We're going to figure it out. How do we define morality? Is morality exclusive to spirituality? We're going to talk about the dark side of African spirituality. We're going to talk about the scientific view. At the end of the day, we got to figure out where the rubber meets the road. African spirituality seems to be very exclusive to the continental African people. And I am remiss to think about the pandemic. And in this pandemic, global powers forgot about everybody else. Meaning, United States, those with high levels of funding and money produced the vaccine, and the other people didn't have access to it. What we realized was that the people that had vaccines were vaccinated at high levels, and the poor, underprivileged countries didn't have enough money and funding to get vaccines, and so they got sick. But guess what, y'all? When they got sick, the pathogen spread to the countries that had the money, that had the vaccines. And these things start to mutate over and over and over again. What we learned is it's a global view. So when you just talk about African spirituality, you're just talking about African people. When you're talking about science, you're talking about the global population. Now, why is we talking about the global population? We're in the midst of global warming. And it's not going to just be the United States. It's not going to just be Canada. It's not just going to be Australia. It's not just going to be African. We're going to need the global community to come together to understand. So my point here was to show you that African spirituality was only limited to African people, continental African people, in actuality. It's their worldview. But the scientific worldview is the whole worldview. It's the global endeavor. And so what's fit for the Black community will be a global perspective. Because being able to help the world work together will help solve the issues of global warming. Just having an African spirituality, if indeed it worked or not, would just what? It would just help African people, which would leave out everybody else. The world we live in is past that point. Chinese spirituality, quote unquote, African spirituality, Ghanaian spirituality, Australian spirituality, that's a personal, that's a country view. We've moved past that. It's about what can we do to help us survive these global conditions that are now officially upon us. Keep your spirituality to yourself. We need African Americans. We need continental Africans from all African countries. We need their brain power. My point was very, very clear. African spirituality is limited, and science is global. Understand nature in a better way. Now, do you understand nature based off your spirituality? I'm going to show you actually don't. The universe is under no obligation for us to understand it. Scientific literacy and its application is better suited to advance Black communities around the world. It's better suited to advance the human population, period, because at the end of the day, we got to be our brother's keeper. Because if we don't, we all go. How much time I got? So I'm coming with
209. You got 209.
the great Shaka Zulu in the book, Conflict of Minds. Any belief in external power was superstition. And superstition was the personal moral foe. Shaka killed groups of diviners and witch doctors in an effort to free his people from the grip of superstition. He wanted a nation of truly free men and women who needed no props outside of themselves in order to realize the promise of being human. Interesting. One of the most successful people in Africa fighting against colonization was Shaka Zulu. And Shaka Zulu said, what about spirituality? He said this. I'm going to read this again for you. Continental African, right? He has a proven track record. His gang was so tight that he never had to fight against white people. That's how tight Shaka was. It says any belief in an external power was superstitious. And superstition was a person's moral foe. Shaka killed groups of diviners and witch doctors in an effort to free his people from the grip of superstition. He was basically saying, if y'all got the power, if the diviners, y'all got the power, then save yourself now. He made the rubber meet the road. He wanted a nation of truly free men and women who needed no props like religion outside of themselves in order to realize the promise of being human. So for Shaka, being human was the most important thing. Understanding your innate ability as a human. Not being the most spiritual, none of that. Now, I find that to be y'all get this book, man, Conflicts of the Mind. Now, that's interesting right there. The great Shaka Zulu. Let me continue. Zulu philosophers whose thinking was reflected in the new ideal of nationhood had evolved out of the stage when they were dependent on religion for guidance, on the establishment of a better society. Now, hold on now. Hold on. It say the Zulu philosophers whose thinking was reflected in the new ideal of nationhood had evolved out of the stage when they were dependent on religion for guidance on the establishment of a better society. It say religion had been alive for thousands of years before Shaka. In all these years, it failed to resolve the conflicts in Nata. It forced men to see it as a prop, a prison of the mind, which was used by the strong to entrench their power and not to solve the problems of suffering in humanity. This the Zulus now, going against what, quote unquote, Sekou saying. Call him Sekou. This is an African, though. Continental African. We can read his track record, his rulership. We can check that out. I find this very, very interesting. All Africans don't think alike, huh? Religion had been alive in the thousands of years before Shaka. In all these years, he failed to resolve the conflicts of Nata. It forced men to see it as a prop, a prison of the mind, which was used by the strong to entrench their power and not to solve the problems of the suffering humanity. No matter where they are from, who they are, the economic circumstances, the educational backgrounds, significant moralities of Black Americans, say being Black is extremely or very important for how they think about themselves and about their quarters. About 76% overall say so. So we coming to the peer review. We don't need African spirituality. We don't need any spirituality because Black people understand who they are. 54% say it's extremely important to be Black. 25% say it's very important. 14% say it's important. So at the end of the day, we just need to understand who we are, and it has not been African spirituality that has told us that. So see, right there, if you had been conned, you would actually think you wouldn't know who you was without African spirituality. But in the grand scheme of things, at this particular juncture right here, let me see. At this juncture right here on the slide is very, very important to convey the idea I wanted to convey. Let me show it again and why I used it in case you missed it during the debate. So right here, all right, let me click this in. All right. Most of y'all who have been bamboozled and led to believe that without understanding Africa and this, you wouldn't know who you was, you wouldn't be proud. That's not actually true. In reality, no matter where they are from, who they are, their economic circumstances, educational backgrounds, significant majorities of Black Americans say being Black is extremely or very important to how they think about themselves. With about 3/4, 75% overall saying so. This was a pivotal slide in the intro. And if you was paying attention, you got it. Did this man just say that without African spirituality, you could actually care about yourself, actually know who you are? Yes, I did. And I put the data to back it up. Here's the data. Most Black adults say being Black is very important to how they see themselves. It says the percentage of Black adults who say being Black is to how they think about themselves. Extremely important. 54% say it's extremely important. 22% say it's very important. 14% say it's somewhat important. Not at all important, 5%. And a little important, 3%, y'all. And this ain't got nothing to do with African spirituality and all to do with how you feel about yourself. And now we realize, after getting bamboozled with the wild ride of the conscious community, misinformation, now we realize that, man, we ain't even need that to understand how important we was. We just need to take a better look at ourselves, a better look at the real history, not the made-up history, but the real history. Take a look at who you are. You didn't need African spirituality. Now, who knew this? Yeah, yo, they tricked us, man. They overplayed their hand. Now, going to the significance of cultural identity. It say ancestral knowledge is always flowing through us, whether we are conscious of it or not. Our cultural expressions always have a way to manifest itself in our lives. It's only when we look to the past that we can find its origins. So yeah, you can look to the past and find the origin of it, but you see brothers and sisters been pouring out libation, wearing t-shirts with they fallen comrades on it, and didn't know where the hell it came from, and it didn't even matter, did it? But you still did it. So you didn't need Sekou to tell you not even that part. Now, if you're interested in, some of these things that we still carry on, then of course you can look it up. But at the end of the day, how important was it to know where the shit came from? Or was it important to do it? Which one was it? Or was any of that even important at all? I would say that taking a bottle of beer and pouring it out to the concrete is an African American thing. The way it's packaged in an African American way. The way we wear the shirts with our fallen comrade pictures on it, it's an African American way of doing things. Derived, put together in America. And it's a beautiful goddamn thing. So once again, we sure as hell didn't need Sekou and his brand of African spirituality. We still ain't gonna figure out who he is through the whole damn conversation. Did we really need it? Nope. We just fine. Now I know some of y'all saying this, oh, come on, and I'm telling you, I've been through it. Here we go. Yeah, they try to separate spirituality and religion all the day, but they'll never find a definition that would agree with them. Never find that. That's funny.
Time. All right, strong opening. We got the momentum going. We good. Now it's time to get into the meat of this conversation. For real. The first 15-minute round. Brother Sekou went first, so we're gonna get it started with his first 15-minute round as well. So go ahead and get your screen shared, Brother Sekou.
All right.
And we're gonna get 15 minutes on the clock.
Okay. Am I ready?
Whenever you're ready, brother.
Okay. So the first round is search for reality and meaning. Professor Molefi Kete Asante, in his book, The Egyptian Philosophy, on page 1, if you can see it there, he said to understand the African way of thinking, it is necessary to suspend for a while a linearity to consider the entire world, even the universe or universes, one large system where everything is connected. This is the principal African view of reality. You see, every people on this planet have their culture, have their view, have their moral and their ethics. It is that identity that makes them who they are. It is what created their sovereignty, is what makes them to be a people. People are not just running around without identity. And every people on this planet have an identity in the way they view reality. And the African view is to view reality as interconnected. And this interconnectedness has produced some results. Sheikh Anta Diop told us in his book, African Origin of Civilization, he said, when we say that the ancestors of Black people who today live mainly in Black Africa were the first to invent mathematics.
I chose Wix for my business because of its...
Oh, man, hold on. 1 second. Let me get that out of there. Can't play that commercial. Let me mute that out.
Agriculture, social organization, medicine, writing, techniques, and architecture. Here, Diop is saying that the African people in the Nile Valley organized themselves within their cultural worldview, and they were able to lay the foundation of mathematics, astronomy, calendar, and religion. Here, he's referring to spirituality. He's using words of his time. If spirituality is incompatible with science, how did Africans then were able to invent scientific principles even while they were still having their cultural spirituality? If it is incompatible, there is no way they should have invented any scientific idea. It's because the incompatibility is actually an imaginary. That's what we're going to look at. So tonight, my opponent is arguing that we must put spirituality against science. That science have answers, spirituality don't, so we put it in the garbage. Should we? Let's look at the definition of these two terms and be able to come up with a better conclusion. Encyclopedia, etymology of science. What is science? According to the etymology of science, online etymology dictionary rather, science is just to know. That's what it is. In the 14th century, it is the state of fact of knowing, to know something. That's what science was. But this definition is just a summary. The best definition was given here by Dalai Lama, who has had a lot of interaction with scientists. He's not a scientist, he's a Buddhist monk, but he has had several interactions with scientists. And he came up with a very clear definition of what he thinks science is. And I think I support his idea. He says science is first and foremost an empirical discipline that provides humanity with the power and access to understand nature of physical and the living world. It is essential mode of inquiry that gave us fantastically detailed knowledge of an empirical world, underlying the law of nature, which we infer from empirical data. Science proceeds by means of specific method that involve measurement, quantification, intersubjective verification through repeatable experiment. That's science. But however, he added, within this model, many aspects of human existence, including values, creativity, spirituality, as well as deeper metaphysical questions outside the scope of scientific inquiry, has been overlooked. And that's what the problem is.
And see how his own slide beat him up. That's my point, man. He moving so fast, talking so fast, he flim-flamming his own ass. Let's read this again from the Dalai Lama. By the way, man, the Dalai Lama, right, is like one of my favorite persons on Instagram. Watch what the Dalai Lama says. Now, he don't get an African. He get the Dalai Lama. Science is first or foremost an empirical discipline. Remember that slide where Sekou tried to play the game and make it seem like spirituality was empirical, has empirical basis? Nope, the Dalai Lama proves him wrong. Science is first and foremost an empirical discipline. Watch this. That provides humanity with a powerful access to understanding the nature of the physical and living world. Now, what more would you want outside of that, y'all? It says it is essentially a mode of inquiry that gives us fantastically detailed knowledge of the empirical world and the underlying law of nature, which we infer from empirical data. Science proceeds by means of a very specific method that involves measurement, qualifications, and intersubjective verifications through repeatable experiments within this model. Many aspects of human existence, including values, creativity, and spirituality, as well as deeper metaphysical questions, lie outside of the scope of scientific inquiry. Values, creativity, watch this, and spirituality, as well as deeper metaphysical questions, so you can get them philosophical questions, lie outside the scope of science. So yeah, of course, metaphysical. What's outside of the physical? No shit. Spirituality, once again, outside of the physical. Your creativity, can your creativity actually be measured? Nah, it's your creativity. Like when Michael Jordan is creating a shot, you can't really measure that, can you? No, because it's spontaneous. Values. Your science can't predict your values. Your value system is what human beings create based off their tribe, based off their clan. Why would this man put this there? And for the record, right, you could definitely have values and creativity without spirituality. Just to throw it out there for you in case you thought something different. Let's finish.
So now let me summarize science for you, because it is my opponent will come here tonight with this flim flap. Science is all about looking at objective reality. And when you look at objective reality, you make empirical data, verification of the method, you make experiment measurement. What you are looking for is fact. And this method of looking for fact is called deductive reasoning. That means you overlook certain things and focus on your theory. So for example, if you say every car made between 1998 and 2003 used diesel. So if you find a car that is using petrol instead of diesel, you conclude therefore that it was not made between that period. It is a way of deductive reasoning. But in this paradigm, you get a lot of fact, but fact does not explain meaning. That's where the
one thing for sure, yo, you don't need African spirituality for meaning. If that's the point, you can use Christianity for meaning. For meaning, you can use Islam for meaning. You can use any spiritual system you want. If that's the point for meaning, you wouldn't actually need African spirituality. You can use African American remix Christianity and get that. Wouldn't have to be African spirituality now, would it? Nope. If that's the point, you see what I'm getting at?
Problem A. Facts does not give you the meaning. So now let's go to spirituality. Here, we would like to hear from Professor John Henry Clark what spirituality is.
Of Jesus Christ. Now, how did it come into existence? Because the Pope commissioned it to come into existence. Michelangelo painted the picture using
10 minutes.
model. In that picture, one of the finest pieces of propaganda ever projected in history, has changed the minds of millions of people as who's supposed to represent God, whoever he or she is. And I have no problem with the she. Spirituality is a way of accepting the fact there is a spiritual force in the universe larger than all of mankind. But someone had to come along and invent a word called God.
I'll stop right there. So here, I want you to pay attention because we are going into this. The realization that there is something greater than myself and I am part of something greater is what spiritual realization is. Professor Kaba.
Yeah, you don't need African spirituality to tell you part of something greater than your damn self. Just take your ass outside. The planet is definitely bigger than you. And without the damn planet, you get no resources to live. So you can deduce based off of water, food, and all that coming from Earth that is definitely greater than yourself. You wouldn't need an African spiritual system to tell you that. See the game he playing? Now watch Kaba. Now we know Kaba is a dedicated pseudo. Look.
But spirituality is a state of consciousness or profound expanded awareness, a state of being.
The damn title of the book is wild. Spirituality before religions. He made that shit up. Kaba. Wow.
This is an awareness. When you look at yourself as a human being, you say, I exist as an individual. But everything that makes up you is within all of the matter around you in the universe. So in reality, you do not have an intrinsic existence. Your existence depends on the existence of all other things. So you therefore come to a conclusion that
well, the scientific world explains that very eloquently, and it's called evolution. Y'all didn't know that? That the theory of evolution actually explains why all life on Earth is unified and diversified. How is it that all life on Earth is so diverse, but yet unified? Didn't need no spiritual system to tell you that. See the game he played? And look up what evolution is, yo. It explains why life on Earth is so diversified, but yet connected. How could this be? It's called natural selection based off going to different environments. It's called the, watch this. It's called the phylogenetic tree. Luca. Look, y'all think I'm playing, look. Luca. Yeah, that's why shit's stupid. Funny guy. It's a funny guy. Look, funny guy. He's actually a funny guy. Yeah, here you go. Here you go right here, yo. We ain't need no African spirituality to tell us this. Looking for Luca, the last universal common ancestor. Around 4 billion years ago, there lived a microbe called Luca, the last universal common ancestor. There is evidence that it could have lived somewhat an alien lifestyle hidden away deep underneath the iron sulfur-rich hydrothermal vents. There you go. All right. And that would be Luca. Let me show you the actual. That's the area where they think it might have came from. That life form might have came from. Hold on. There you go. Can y'all see this? Yes, y'all can. The last universal common ancestor. That's the phylogenetic tree right there. Bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. There you go. That's Luca down there. There you go. All right. Look over there with the animals, green plants, fungi. You come out of that. All right. But that's showing that all life on earth is unified. You don't need African spirituality for that. I'm just saying, what you want me to do? I know y'all thought that shit sounded good when he said it, but no, it didn't sound good when you know it. Stop it. Wow. Anyway, let us move on. Because he preaching now. He definitely preaching. Yo, preaching like, he preaching. Boy, he preaching. Got the pseudos. I dropped the
This
link if y'all want to join
reality
this
is
conversation.
just a summary. I am part of other reality that is greater than myself. That realization is what spirit does begin what we call spiritual awareness. It is not about God. The idea of God, as John Henry Clark said, it is what was invented later. Spirituality is just a realization that I am part of something greater than myself. Everybody has.
So spirituality is the realization that I'm greater than I'm a part of something greater myself. Well, thank you. Oh, hell no. That ain't slick, say cool. DNA shows that we're part of everything. Huh. Man. Easy work.
A realization or perception of reality. So I look at this definition here provided by Marimba Ani. She says spirituality is the apprehension of cosmic interrelationship, the perception of meaning in existence, and the degree to which one is motivated by such meaning. Spirituality is one's ability to relate to the metaphysical level of experience. This does not contradict science. To relate to the metaphysical level of experience. I realize that there is something greater than myself in the universe, because I find myself in the universe related to everything around me. I realize that I'm part of something greater still. Is a realization. It's different from religion, and we will find out. Even a secular organization like the Royal College of Psychiatrists in London, they define spirituality. It involved the recognition or a feeling or a sense that there is something greater than myself, something more to being than sensory, experience that is greater than whole part of the cosmic divine in nature. It is an experience. So here I gave you a summary of spiritual process. First, spirituality is about inductive reasoning. It comes from the subjective conscious. The process of spirituality is contemplation, refined attention, inner vision. What do you find? You find meaning to existence. Science does not give you meaning. Science may give you facts, but facts are not meaning. The fact that my mother is dead and I took her to the grave to bury her, I see the fact that she's dead, but that does not give me the meaning of why. It does not give me the meaning of where she is after she's gone. You don't have no meaning, you only find fact. And facts are just summary of the reality presented to us. That's what Sheikh Anta Diop said very clearly. He said all the world religions are organizing themselves to a new base to adapt to circumstance. As long as certain metaphysical problems are not resolved, affecting the origin of matter, and not today or tomorrow, even scientists in large number will continue to maintain the religious faith. The origin of matter.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay. The origin of matter is what science has not been able to define to us. They say the origin of matter is the Big Bang. But the Big Bang, as we know it, 13 billion years ago, it came out of the blue and exploded. but we do not know the origin of matter. Where did matter come from? This is where spirit.
Y'all know that man just lying, yo. We do not know what the ultimate matter is. And then he talk about the Big Bang. The Big Bang is the origin of matter. What the hell is going on here? So now you got a person claiming, like Q Butter, they claim to be scientifically literate, try to memorize some shit, and then mess it all up. So he claiming how important science is, but has not taken the time out to even understand science because he's trying to win an argument that he can't win. So now you claiming that scientists don't know where matter comes from. They do. It's called the Big Bang, bro. And he said it's all through the debate. I don't know what. Explain to me where the material come from, where the matter come from. What? Protons, neutrons, electrons. The light of the heavy elements. Pop stars, the first generation stars, produced hydrogen and helium and a little bit of lithium. Bruh, man. Yo was tripping in that debate. Yeah. Interesting. Here you go. He's just talking.
Spirituality began to become an experience for people. Here are the questions that spirituality is asking. That I asked Ankh to provide answers to these questions. Then we put spirituality in the garbage. What existed before the Big Bang? Is the universe locally real? Why is the sentience being involved? Is there an intrinsic existence? Was the universe designed from nothing? Do you have an example of nothingness? Why is there something rather than nothing? What is the purpose of life? What is life? These are questions of life. These are questions of existence. And reality does not give us the summary and the detail of the understanding of this question.
This man said, and reality does not give you the answers for them. Did he say that? Let me go back. I know he ain't say that. Let me go back.
Involved? Is there an intrinsic existence? Was the universe designed from nothing? Do you have an example of nothingness? Why is there something rather than nothing? What is the purpose of life? What is life? These are questions of life. These are questions of existence. And reality does not give us the summary and the detail of the understanding of this question.
This man said, in reality, does not give us the detail and summary of the question. You see, you know, once you slow the shit down, it gets stupid, right? If you just let it play, yo, you might miss it. But when you just slow it down, this man saying reality. Well, hell, if reality can't give you them damn answers, yo, then you just not gonna get them damn answers. Then you're gonna get an answer based off your tribe and your clan and your location on planet Earth. You get one of them answers. It's called a spiritual religious answer. I'm gonna slow it down for you. A spiritual and religious answer is based off of the clan, the tribe, the location, the continent. Where you from? Who's giving the answer? What custom and traditions are they following? It's all based on that. Science is based in reality, ladies and gentlemen. Life is life, whether this shit is in Australia, whether it's in America, whether it's anywhere, is life. Biology, archaeology is universal disciplines to help you understand history and the natural world. Evolution. Why are we all connected to everything on Earth? We could talk about atoms in our body being forged in the early universe. They can trace it back to distant stars. To trace elements in our body came from a star that's hotter than the star we see every day. These are the questions that are answered through science. This is a wild guy. Let us continue.
Even the nature of reality in science is disputed. In 1935, there's a great debate between Albert Einstein and Neil.
Hey guys, can you?
Oh, man. Hold on. Let me get out of that. Can't play that commercial. She dove out of nowhere. Hold on.
the theory of relativity and quantum physics. What is real and what is not real? Albert Einstein said the theory of relativity explains all of reality and we can measure it. It's called local realism. But Niels Bohr in quantum mechanics find out that the local realism does not exist. And Einstein said it was spookism. And the spookism was proven to be right. In quantum mechanics, according to this book by Professor Thomas Marcel, who is an astrophysicist, he said, in the quantum universe, the electron for Newton denied any objective reality. Objective reality does not exist in quantum mechanics. Why? Because of entanglement. The idea of entanglement is that when two particles are entangled in the quantum world, they can be separate for millions of years, but they still interact with each other. That violates local realism. So from there, we can infer that what we look at in the world as reality is much larger and greater than what our five senses can perceive. So we must understand that spirituality.
No shit, Sherlock. That's why we develop tools that can extend our five senses, Mr. Sherlock. Because there's things out there that we don't even see. We can't touch and we can't smell, but we can use tools to measure them. What in the hell is going on here?
That I'm discussing here tonight is based on what we call the epistemology of African worldview. One, the principles of intellectual humility. That's what you find in African worldview. And number two, the cosmocentricity, which means Africans do not believe in a God who descended from space. Their idea of God is cosmos. The cosmos origin of the universe is what they perceive as the totality of existence. That's why they said they don't call it theology of cosmocentricity. You can look up the word. So let me go quickly before my time elapses.
2 minutes?
Yeah. Sorry?
2 minutes. Two.
Okay. Here is what we hear from an initiate. Credo Mutua went to be initiated into the African order. He wanted to find out what God is, whether it's the same as Islam or Christianity in African spirituality. And they told him, my child, you know from the teaching of your parents that every child is taught that there is a great God and there are lesser gods. But you do not know just what the great God is, whom we shall call the most ultimate God. And this you are about to be told this day. The most ultimate God, who is God of God, is everything in everything. Everything in everything is what God is, the totality of existence. Let's hear quickly from Professor John, a professor of the Ifa religion from Nigeria, what she said.
Normally, when you have like body, put it together, God, or no, to shorten it. Orisha is shortened form of Orisha. Ori is your destiny. Picks you out.
Your destiny picks you out is what Orisha is. You must understand the worldview of a people. I hear here from Professor James Small about what is God in African spirituality.
10 seconds.
To God is the totality of creation itself. The totality of creation itself. Thing that exists in
All right, that's time.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Sekou. He used Kuda Mutua. Yeah, Crudo Mutua. What about him? Views on AIDS. Let's see. Was he trying to mix his science? Mutua was an active and vocal advocate in the use of traditional African medicines for the treatment of AIDS, cancer, and tuberculosis. He created a trust called the Valindia Trust in 1999 to preserve traditional knowledge and to promote the use of these traditional medicines. Mm-mm-mm. The primary focus on his research had been on South African plant called Uwele in Zulu, a Sutherlander fruit. Well, hold on, fruitescence. Yeah, fruitescence. Unwelly is traditionally used as a well-being toxic. He got niggas drinking toxic, well-being toxic. You know what I'm saying? like the what's the shit called? They sold you the tonics in the 1800s in America. They walk around, they sell that to you. It say and has also demonstrated anti-cancer activity through in vitro studies. You know what that is, though, right? In the damn test tube. Look, in vitro, in a test tube. Yeah, it's ongoing placebo trial. Phase 2 trials are being conducted in South African herbal science and medicine. Oh man. 2007 plants HIV drug safety trials. Boy, let us not forget his reptilian agenda. David Icke aligned himself with Mutraw's theory of the reptilian agenda, that a reptilian race evolved on Earth and not of alien origin. That's what your man was talking about early in the show. Has controlled the world for thousands of years. He made reference to their earthly origins on the video. In an Ike interview. Man. Okay. Support for the apartheid. Oh man, so he supported Mutwa is recorded as having made statements in support of the apartheid. He's a wild guy. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's who he brought. That's who he brought to the table. Wild guy. Wild medicine. Crazy. That's my man, though. Yeah, they promote this guy. Here we go. Very interesting. Yeah. And I could go on further than that, but let's finish out this round right here. Right? What I had to say to that. Let's get up out of there. Hey, man, hit that Cash App early and often, man. Mars, put that Cash App in there, man. All right. I dropped that link if y'all want to jump in and add something to the discussion, man. Yeah, show some love, man. Show some support, man. We just doing a little breakdown of this first round, and then we'll do the rest of the rounds later on. But I just wanted to take our time and just show y'all exactly what was actually said, as opposed to just running through the shit. I'm here.
Facts don't explain meaning, big dog.
Yeah, he in here playing. He made crucial mistakes.
I'm saying the argument is being made. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's deductive reason versus inductive reasoning.
Love
it's
it.
Your turn.
Love it.
It's your turn. 15 minutes.
He ran up on the wrong person. Let's get right to this. Let's talk about the immediate mistakes this man made.
You need to share your screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
All right, let's get it.
First of all, he mentioned the Dalai Lama. Atheism is definitely a form of Buddhism. So he uses pieces of atheism to explain African philosophy. Dambada, let's page 165. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. It says we ourselves must walk the path. But Buddha clearly shows the way. So he makes that mistake. The next mistake he uses, he talks about Milan Ashanti, right? But he talks about philosophy. This ain't a debate about science versus philosophy, because philosophy is what? It's a systematic study of general and fundamental questions concerning topics like existence, reason, knowledge, value, mind, language. It is a rational and critical inquiry that reflects on its own methods and assumptions. He's officially in checkmate and he's out of there. We're not going to allow him to play this quote unquote philosophy game. We can't allow him to do it, ladies and gentlemen. So the debate was African spirituality versus science, and he brings in philosophy, and he brings in Buddhism, which is actually right. We call is an atheistic religion. I'm gonna say it again. He brings in the Dalai Lama. We all know that Buddhism does not have a deity. We all understand that Buddhism, right, is considered an atheistic religion. He also brings in philosophy. He's not using African spirituality to prove his point. I just wanted y'all to know that. And I corrected him in real time during the debate. This is in real time now. All right, let's keep going. We're talking about African spirituality and religion is what we're talking about here, not philosophy. Philosophy gave birth to science, not quote unquote African spirituality. We ain't gonna let them get away with that. Now let's move on. Y'all remember what we doing? Can y'all see my presentation? Yes or no?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Okay. So we already know how the youngins, they pour out libation. So it's intrinsic to the African
It says
American.
philosophy. Sorry, I think you're still on the philosophy page that's showing.
All right, stop my time for a minute. Hold on. You stop my time, Demo?
Yes, I did.
Thank you, brother. Okay, so we right here.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Like I said, the youngsters, we didn't need any. But put them in checkmate. Make that man explain this. Make that man show us through African spirituality that he can do this. We talking about real Pan-African. We talking about the Pan-African agency of the Great Green Wall. The Great Green Wall, or the Great Green Wall of the Sahara and the Sahel, is a product adopted by the African Union in 2007, initially conceived as a way to what combat desertification in the Sahel region, right? And hold back the expansion of Sahara Desert by planting, out the way, by planting a wall of trees stretching across the entire Sahel from Djibouti to Senegal. This is high-level science. This is real this ain't YouTube Pan-African when you howling and screaming. This is real Pan-Africanists. And check this out. They're not in the corner, right? They dealing with the international world. So real Pan-Africanists have to deal with the real world, not a little fake corner on YouTube. What are they doing? They've put together growing projects, meaning they're taking these trees, they're taking these mushrooms and adding these mushrooms, right, on the roots of these trees, right? These trees are weather resistant. And they absolutely will grow. Guess what? These trees, this green wall will reduce the quote unquote carbon print on planet Earth, not just in Africa. So it's important to understand what real Pan-African is. And they're doing it not through spirituality, not through philosophy, but they're doing it through science. Make him show something better than that. We talked about global warming, right? And the Africans are on the case. So I basically, in this slide, wanted to show you how groups and nations of African people actually come together. They have different spiritual systems, but they leave all that at the door. They come together for a scientific endeavor. And that scientific endeavor is called the Great Green Wall. And as you see on the map, it goes all the way across the African continent, across the Sahel and the Sahara. It's producing jobs, 300,000 to 400,000 jobs will produce. It's reducing the carbon print on planet Earth. This has nothing to do with quote unquote African spirituality and nothing to do with the fake Pan-African things that he be promoting. Where you paint yourself in a little corner and I don't need the white man, we by ourselves and all the bullshit. We are global. The world is global. Show me African spirituality, which he still ain't explained yet, that could produce something like this, that not only helps Africans on the continent, but helps populations on planet Earth, period. Next slide. These are the countries that will be participating in it. Y'all can see it. This is high-level science, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's come here and see what this man is talking about. Let's see. Can y'all hear it?
We can hear it, but it's low.
Come back to the mythology, bro.
You never died and no one that is.
Yeah. Yeah, they know. Yeah, no one is in the history of humanity. Nobody came back unless outside of
and explain what that is. So you believe in the negative.
No. Believe in the negative.
So what's negative about that?
The negative about that is that it's to negate the fact that after materialism, that's all. That's where everything ends.
It don't come in there with that.
No, well, can I listen to the sister? Let me.
Are you a believer, Sekou?
No, I'm not a believer.
No, you don't believe.
So you're atheist?
Never. There's no atheism in my country.
Okay.
So
You don't believe God can save you?
Well, what about that? So you're
okay. You heard it out of his own mouth. He's not a believer. What the hell is going on? He's a non-believer. It's the point, man. The whole damn conscious community do this, man. We don't believe in God. We don't believe in this. We believe in the creator, though. What? The cosmic force. Huh? Make your mind up. Sekou say he not a believer, y'all. But African custom and traditions, these people were clearly believers. Whether he believed that the ancestors had power, whether he believed the great cosmic force had power, whether it be the herbs, had special magical powers, they was believers. They try to trick you and fake you and make it seem like we wasn't believers. I heard Wu John them try to convince the audience that the Africans, the Egyptians didn't believe. That's crazy. They built pyramids in the belief in the afterlife for the great pharaoh. 20 years to build this shit. That's belief at high levels. Trying to promote traditional African spirituality. I don't understand that. It makes no sense. Let's look on this chart and see exactly what he is. Is it agnostic? Right? Is he that? No. Let's see. Agnosticism. Let's see. How about Gnostic? Let's see. Here you go. We see you. We see you squarely fit in atheism. Don't let them trick you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the game they've been playing.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
God. He said he's not a believer. Don't let them trick you, because Africa believed in God. Africa believed in African spirituality. They believed in their ancestors, but not Sekou. We trying to figure out what the hell is Sekou doing. He's clearly fitting on the chart. Very interesting. Make him explain it. What is spirituality? He made up a whole bunch of mumble jump. The meaning of spirituality has developed and expanded over time. Traditionally, spirituality refers to a religious process. So you see spirituality as a religious process of reformation, which aims to recover the original shape of man, orientated at the image of God. He said the term was used within the early Christianity to refer to a life orientated towards the Holy Spirit. He's trying to take you back to the Holy Spirit. Funny dude. And broadened during the late Middle Ages, including mental aspects of life. Wait a minute. Watch this part right here, ladies and gentlemen. There's no single widely agreed upon definition of spirituality. Surveys of the definition of the term as used in scholarly research show a broad range of definitions with limited overlap. That's why he can play back and forth. That's why he can make it up as he go, because there's no real solid definition. We all can have our own definition, but we're going to pin them down. What are you talking about, Sekou? Next slide. What is religion? There's that funny hat. If they got the funny hat and got the lambskin in front of them with the goat tail, take your time. Religion is a range of social cultural systems, including designated behaviors and practices, morals, beliefs, worldviews, texts, sacred places, prophecies, ethics, and organizations that generally relate to humanity in a supernatural, transcendental, and spiritual elements, although there is no scholarly consensus over what precisely constituted religion. Now you see how they've been flammers for years. On spirituality and religion, there's no real precise definitions. You cannot build a strong community on things that cannot be precisely defined. You can do it personally, right? But not for the whole. Different religions may or may not contain various elements ranging from the divine, sacredness, faith, and supernatural beings or beings. Supernatural. Wait a minute. Y'all see all the things that religion entails, and it's so if we don't got no if spirituality is different from religion, then what is it? What do you have? What the hell is spirituality then? Just howl out something. Let's see what the supernatural is. Supernatural refers to phenomenons and entities that are beyond the laws of nature. So this man gonna have 2 more rounds talking about beyond nature, beyond the laws of nature. Last time I checked, human beings reside within the laws of nature. The supernatural is featured in folk and religious contexts, as in the cases of superstitions, right, or beliefs. In the super paranormal, the term is attributed to non-physical entities such as angels, demons, gods, witches, and spirits. It also includes claim abilities embodied in or provided by such beings, including magic, telekinesis, levitation, prognation, and extrasensory perception. Well, it's a whole lot of outside the laws of nature. What am I bringing? What is science? Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Science is the rigorous, systematic endeavor that builds or organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about everything in the natural world. Last time I checked, that's my source, Edward Wilson. Last time I checked, Homo sapiens sapiens, Black Americans, continental Africans live within and reside within the laws of nature. The hell is going on? The importance of scientific literacy. What is the scientific method? Religion and spirituality is incompatible with science because it's incompatible with the science.
5 minutes.
Make observations. Man, religion and spirituality, man, is incompatible with science because it's incompatible with the scientific method. I mean, why is that hard to understand? Let me finish this round off, man. Think interesting questions, formulate hypotheses, develop testable predictions, gather data and test predictions. If not, you go back to refine, alter, expand, and reject hypotheses. If you got it together, you can move forward, develop general theories, and keep it going. The process does not occur like that. Spirituality and religion, it just does not. Senses versus science deal with some Neil deGrasse because we teaching scientific thinking and communication. It seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Our first and most basic link to the universe is provided by our senses. Seeing something or hearing it, smelling it, feeling it, tasting it grounds us in reality. So our senses must be an important part of looking at the world from a scientific point of view, right? That certainly sounds right, but Neil deGrasse has argued repeatedly that our senses are not terribly good indicators when it comes to scientific matters. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is counterintuitive. Now watch this. Science didn't achieve maturity until we invented machines, mechanisms, devices that either replaced our senses, extended our senses, or became a whole other sense entirely. There are things going on out there that our five senses know nothing about. So this is how we can trace the legacy of science by the tools that was created. And we know that certain things just was not achieved in Africa based off of the tools. But there are things that was achieved based off of the tools, not the plier. Excellent spot. Tools, though. Allowed them to be the first observatory on planet Earth. Morality. Morality results from what, y'all? A complex interaction of genes and neural processes and social interactions. All organisms have genes that enable them to survive and reproduce. But mammals also have genes to produce the chemical oxytocin and vasopressin, which promotes them to care for their young. This has nothing to do with spirituality, but all biological responses for reproduction. In some mammals, such as humans, the same chemicals encourage animals to form long-term relationships, like bonding, ladies and gentlemen. You're bonding based off of chemicals and to care for each other. That's why you got some mothers that's going through maternity trauma, right? They throw their babies away.
2
Why?
minutes.
Because these chemicals.
2 minutes.
Because these chemicals have been reduced. It's the chemical element that we're talking about. How is morality defined in different cultures around the world? Valuable social practices, such as cooperation, can develop when people care about each other. Early humans lived in small groups around 100 people. But the expansion of groups as a result of agriculture and the development of intellectual ideals expanded compassion, sympathy, empathy beyond people's imminent group. It said eventually ethical theories were formulated that turned care for others into universal principles, as in the doctrines that morality is based on the rights of all people or on the consequences that affect everyone. So we already know, yo, this is a human idea. Our brain is integrated collection, problem-solving devices, adaptations that were shaped by natural selection over the evolutionary time to promote some specific way the survival of the genes that directed their construction. On the left side, ladies and gentlemen, that's Homo erectus. On the right side, ladies and gentlemen, that's...
Oh, yeah, by the way, Sekou right there cheating. Because y'all heard the rules at the beginning. Do not turn your cameras off. Look, his camera's off. What is he doing? What cheating is he doing right now? See, his African spirituality didn't tell him don't turn that damn camera off. It didn't. See, there you go. Cheating. How long did he have his camera off? What was he doing? Was he talking to the great pseudo-science? What exactly? We don't know. Right. Nigga can't follow rules. Cheating. Told y'all. Man, right there. Do not turn your cameras off. Huh.
That's Homo sapiens sapiens. You see that large eye bridge on Homo erectus, right? Look at Homo sapiens sapiens. Head behind the eye bridge, there's a large forehead. Yeah. This is the frontal lobe. This is where spirituality and God exists. Based off of chemicals. Based off of biological processes.
All right, I'm breaking that word.
I don't understand it.
Sekou.
I don't really want to write because I'm not. It is.
I'm here. Right now, he shows some material benefit to science. Yeah. He's showing trees being planted and whatnot. Right, you got to come.
Here's to the nigga was cheating. Let's go back and hear his cheating conversation. Hold on. Let's see. He was cheating. Oh, he was in that motherfucker cheat, yo. Oh man, I ain't even seen nobody coming here. Hold on, let me see. Cheating. I can't believe it's in there cheating, bro. Let me mute this. Hold on. What up, Chef? Hold on. Cheating. Got him cheating. Got him cheating. Got him cheating. Hold on. Caught him cheating. Boy, I tell you. Let me see was this man cheating. Camera off. That's cheating. Caught him talking. He ain't even know. He wasn't even muted out. Let's see.
All right, I'm bringing that work.
I don't understand it.
Sekou.
I don't really want to write because I'm not. It is.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, now
I'm not.
he shows some material benefit to science.
Yeah,
He's showing trees being planted and whatnot.
Right.
You got to come through. You got to come through. Spirituality.
Man, what was he talking about? Who was he talking to? He was cheating.
15 minutes. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Just a minute.
That sounded like it was some type of playback he was listening.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, see? In the middle of the damn debate. Camera off. It's a funny guy, yo. I ain't going through that. I ain't going. That's it. That was the first round. We'll go through the second round to show you how he was flim-flamming people all the way through the whole thing. Wow. Crazy. What's going on, though, bro? Just wanted to play that first round, get that out.
Man, that is I mean, some in some conversations, you know that the person lost just by taking the debate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Is no way to win now. You could have just fumbled straight out the gate, right? And never put no points up, and you still would have won by a landslide. Just because his position was wrong.
Wow.
You could have just turned your camera on and your whole time just looked at the screen and not saying nothing. Like you was gonna win regardless. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
oh man,
come on now. That's spirituality. But what I want to say is, out of all the your debates and conversations, you see how they use those and Reggie got caught out there with Sekou the other night trying to use those same tactics, right? Just to beat Sekou in the argument, he tried to act like you couldn't use the word spirituality, like because it had a European Christian connotation in its origin, right?
Right.
But words, what happens is other cultures and people, right, can take on words and incorporate it and incorporate them words to fit, what they got going on in their language and their society. And Reggie tried to act like it was impossible for Africans to be or have a concept of spirituality because it wasn't even an African word. Crazy.
Right. That's crazy. Crazy.
Right. You dig what I'm saying? Like, just to win the conversation with Sekou, you gonna knock your own self out. Because we sharp enough now, right? It used to work. I remember when me and you had the argument about Egyptians having gods. Remember, man, your argument?
All right, go ahead.
And we had to come to the realization because, Asar and them was saying that they couldn't have gods because that wasn't the right word. You dig what I'm saying? Africans didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we had to go through that for 3 days.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you was already primed for this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You was already primed for it. Like you can't use that stuff like that. You know, Africans didn't have this because this is a European concept.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Since look, it's spiritual. If they're doing the same things, right?
Yeah.
If it's that supernatural part is the whole key.
It's the key.
It's the key because I remember another conversation, man, you had, and it was about kind of sort of spirituality. What you were saying that Africans or the Africans gods existed within nature, and the European gods was outside of nature.
Nah, you mixed that up.
Yeah,
I said the Greeks. I said the Greek god lived
that's
on.
Europeans.
Yeah, they lived on Mount Olympus. So they had natural gods.
Yeah,
they had the same type of thing the Egyptians had, though.
Exactly.
That was my point. I was saying that they shit was it wasn't a supernatural god. It was like
no, but it is supernatural. But see that was the point I was trying to make.
Oh,
it is supernatural because supernatural is anything that is
outside the laws of nature.
Outside the laws of nature. So if they could fly, it's supernatural.
Yeah.
If a man can control thunder and lightning, that is supernatural. You dig what I'm saying? All of that was my point. You feel me?
Yeah,
so,
I remember.
So you was primed for the conversation.
Oh man. Argued 3 years straight on all kinds of shit. Definitely was primed for that. The weak parts in the argument. You know what I'm saying? How to get strong in that. And most of them ain't went through all that. That's why they always get beat up. You gotta find a nigga. What's going on, Rob Bourne? It's stupid.
I am an African spiritualist. You're a new age European thinker. You don't think for Africa.
Oh, you're crazy. What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing, man. This shit crazy.
You didn't hear that clip? Rob Bourne said he was gonna rob. I mean, with Q Brother said he was gonna rob me. You ain't heard that yet?
Nah, bro. I haven't been online, bro. This ain't my thing no more. Y'all have this shit. That shit is going down the toilet. But I know what is crazy.
What?
I was listening to this conversation. I've been saying this shit from the jump. Been telling too, like, yo, all these dudes with this Egypt shit, trying to metaphysical it, talking about they ain't believing this spooky shit, want to make up names. Well, you see, Rob Bourne, it's really talking about the elements of nature. You need to understand the language. You see, you can't halt this. Yeah, Rob Bourne, you gotta know better. And here they come. That's all them same people that was voting against your ass. That's all of them. That's all of them. That's all them niggas. Yeah. But you always want to fight me. I don't got no. I have no more to say.
Nigga, shit. I had plenty of shit to fight you on.
I rest my case.
All right, shit. Okay.
On this combo though.
Oh no. I ain't never fight you on that. You was fighting the song over there. I ain't never jumping that.
I been told niggas, y'all niggas pseudo, y'all niggas trying to all you niggas trying to metaphysical this shit. You ain't no different.
I ain't never tried to do that.
No, not you. Said them niggas ain't no different than Christians and fucking Islam niggas.
I think we agree to that.
Them niggas
I
crazy.
agree to that point.
Them people crazy, bro.
Yeah,
son, they never.
A little worse.
Nah, bro, they not crazy, because they just never left their belief. They think that, it's African, so it's good. But science says something different. Them niggas still doing traditional stuff over there, putting shit in people's ears that have ear infections, and people. There's all kind of scientific articles about this bullshit they be doing. But I don't know, man.
I know. Here you go. Hey, Juju, I'm gonna play this clip, and then I'm gonna go. Here you go. Here you go. Oh man, where is that at?
That was the African spirits.
Not the spirits ain't come through.
That's
Damn.
funny.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah,
Try
what
it
did I do?
again. Got to do it again.
It was
Why
the
I gotta
no.
go
It was
pushing
the
the
no
door?
more.
It said reloaded.
Exactly. It's the no more. It's the night.
Oh
Miami.
man.
It's the voodoo. You heard?
Let me see. Huh. I can't hear that part.
And yo brought the whole credo mutua.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
like
crudo.
where he ain't know we already been through that.
Yeah, he bought that nigga.
Assad set him up.
Set him up.
Assad gave him the whole outdated package.
Oh man.
You feel me?
That's facts. So Sar did.
Yeah.
We know that he assisted him on the debate.
which was fine.
Oh,
Because
wait. What am I hearing? Are you saying that there was treason that was going on?
No. Because in actuality, you have debate teams. You get what I'm saying? That's
What is all
No,
you
he's
talking
saying
about?
treat. What you mean treason? I'm
What
listening.
is
Go
all
ahead.
you talking about?
I saw pseudo hotep.
Oh yeah. See, I'm out the loop. Last time I thought it was Arms Rock Squad. I don't know.
Nah. Pseudo saw.
You're boring you.
Yo, I don't know. How you gonna blame people, but I don't know.
He been a pseudo for about probably 5 years.
Pseudo Harold.
Yeah.
Call that boy Harold.
I couldn't get past
Harold Marvin in the pseudo notes.
I couldn't get past the Sumerian Bantu shit. I couldn't get back. I was trying to understand that. I said, "Yo, hold on. Sorry. When did the Bantu niggas get to Mesopotamia, bro?" He was like, "Well, brother." I like, bro. All right, my nigga.
Yeah, that's some of the worst shit ever produced, right there. The Bantu Sumerians. I don't know how he got that mixed up, yo.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna tell you where they got me at. Yo, you know sometimes, right? The best can get got, right? Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you where they got me at. It was a word they used. I was like, yeah. I think I tried to use it on you, sir. I know I used it on you, bro, boy. Hey, Juju, and I know I told you. Here's the famous word. Hey, man, you gotta have African agency.
You ran with this for like 3 months.
Oh my God, yo, shout out.
That nigga ran with that for like 3 months.
3 months? You mean years? You could have changed that month to years.
I'm talking about on me. He tried to use it on me for about 3 months straight. I couldn't get around it.
The Godkilla is crying, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe he didn't know what was going on from the jump.
Hey yo, Hey yo, let me take my glasses off. Let me tell y'all something, man. Watch out. It might be a word to get you, yo. It was the African agency word that got me. I felt like the Africans should have the agency to do their thing. But the truth is, yo, you unqualified niggas doing it. It ain't about you having agency. It's about being qualified. So just because you from Kenya don't mean you should be digging up bones in Kenya because you African. You don't want anybody run out there digging up the damn bones, right? Just because I'm from Africa, I'm from the tribe, I should be able to dig up our bones. Oh, we need qualified anthropologists out to dig in the dirt and know how to take the bones out of that.
Nah, brother. You need Dr. Fukiao, bro.
Oh yeah, the Fukiao. Oh, I ain't never agreed to that. Fukiao was crazy. That was crazy. Let me play this clip though. I got it. Oh man, Jesus Christ! Here we go. Here go the clip, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. Man, Chef said he couldn't get around it for 2 weeks. Oh man, Brother Reggie, here we go. Here we got the principle. Every now and then I'm gonna play this clip forever. We got the principal of the fake homeschool. Here you go.
They're having a heated discussion. But all you had to do was sit up there and say, Sanada, that has nothing to do with the conversation that we're having right now. We did that as businessmen. That was to help the kids. That's all you had to say. That's nothing to one up
I'm gonna
me
tell you
on.
again. I'm gonna use your fucking name all weekend to raise money for the institute. Y'all niggas were old. I'm putting y'all niggas names in every fucking video. And I'm coming to 2/5 this week. I'm gonna shoot another video on 2/5. I'm coming to 151st. I'm gonna shoot my shit on 126. Right on your fucking block in front of the projects you ain't never did nothing for. Fuck are you talking about? And I'm coming to Baltimore. I'm going to Baltimore. I'm going to, yo, bro, y'all want my rundown effect again. What are you talking about? Baltimore, what's up? 300 gangsters. Y'all know what time it is? Atlanta, what's up? These niggas ain't never going to do nothing for niggas in Atlanta. Nothing. But sell niggas RBG jackets. RBG slinkers. Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas sell RBG shit and don't respect Pan-Africans. I'm robbing you niggas. Yes, I'm robbing y'all niggas at the event. Fuck is you talking about? I'm back. Y'all want old Q butter? Yeah. Y'all want old Q butter? Let me see y'all niggas selling RBG shit at any fucking event. I'm going to rob you.
See, this is what that man see. See,
I don't know if he heard. I don't.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you have it. Now you heard it, Raw Born. He's going to rob me. And like I said, I'll say it again.
Robbing nobody, man.
It don't matter. When he robbed me, I'm gonna beat him to his own house.
He sounded
be waiting on the steps.
You sound believable on the internet, man. That dude was mad. He ain't robbing nobody, man.
Yeah, might not be, but I'm gonna beat him to his house. I got his address. I know. I sent the $2,500 check, and they say it's not an institute, it's an apartment. Yeah.
He said something different about it. I don't get involved with that bullshit. Ain't nobody
I just want you to hear it.
Yeah, but ain't nobody robbing nothing.
But he said it. He said it. So how I supposed to judge whether he meant it or not?
You know he's not
easy
doing
for you
that.
to say.
He not. How many
That's
people
what you say?
How many people said they gonna shoot you when they see you? How many people
been
said they
shot
gonna
before,
punch
nigga?
you in
I don't
your
know.
mouth?
I don't know.
How many
I don't
niggas
know.
you told that shit to? Come on,
I don't
bro.
know.
Ain't nobody doing nothing online.
I don't
Niggas
know.
is over 40 years old. Cut the bullshit. Nobody
Ah,
going
man,
to
I ain't
jail for
listen.
this
You
shit.
right, born.
Ain't nobody going to jail for this shit.
Are you sure?
Polite in jail.
Polite went to jail for this. Let me stop. I don't know. He might believe it, yo. He think he a damn principal. Let me stop, yo. Let me stop. Nigga swear he a principal of an institute, nigga. You went from apartment to an institute. Come on, yo. He really think that. He really collected money on that. And people really think that. Come on, man. I don't know, yo. They might start believing that shit. I don't know. All right, let me stop. What's up, Reggie?
Hey, peace to the family. So,
hey, what up with you, man?
Hey, good to see you. You've been gone a week. It seemed like a week or so. It seemed like
Rob Bourne left. Chase Rob Bourne off. Rob Bourne left. Look.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to get in that. That's cute butter. He might just rob somebody. I don't know. Let me stop.
Well, I want to talk to. Well, first of all, you know, when he did it live, me and Sister Juju is a champion, boy. She came in there and she just banged the dude out. Got so much that he went into his Islamic bag and she couldn't talk. Because, you know, in Islam, they think it needs 2 women to equal 1 man. So she couldn't talk. So he tried to shush her. And I wasn't having it. But Chef thinks that Sekou got me. And I want to say to Chefrin, I know you read, Chefrin. I know you read a lot now. You read a lot. But the issue with Sekou is that Africans in America and in the Caribbean, we don't have African spirituality. We don't, or African spiritual beliefs. We don't have it. So he could never get me because in the audience that he is debating about,
You trying to get me right now.
no, he wants us to convert. He wants us to convert. Sekou wants us to convert to some African spiritual system,
Which
he
one?
hasn't converted to. Right, Juju. Right, Sister Juju. So that's why he did not get me, because I know that most of us had a Christian base and know nothing about African spiritual systems. But second, Chef, why he can't get me is because we all know that Dr. Leonard Jeffries is the eldest elder, right? Right? We know that Dr. Leonard Jeffries spent a lifetime teaching Africana studies and worked with the greats, correct? So everybody should know that that Brother Reggie is Dr. Leonard Jeffries' student. Is that correct? So if Dr. Leonard Jeffries is alive, I can go and talk to Dr. Leonard Jeffries. So what do? I call Dr. Leonard Jeffries on the issue. Do you want to hear some of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna share my.
What that got to do with the?
No, let him cook.
What?
Let's see where this go. Let's see
What do you mean?
I want to hear it, Brother Reggie. Don't
I
miss
want to
it,
know
Bobby.
from Mark. Wait,
I thought you was defending the.
You just came off a vacation.
I
He don't know.
thought you was defending your position.
He is.
On the using the word spirituality.
You
I thought you was doing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Right to Chefrin,
All
but
right, go ahead.
you sounded like Sarnetta. You getting it? You
Not my fault. I'm
you
out.
in the wrong. You ain't interfering. You sounded just like you ain't no different than Sarnetta. You can't say shit about Sarnetta.
I'm gone.
He just did the same thing.
I muted out.
Now he did just like Sarnetta. Oh, I'm sorry, family. I just thought that.
That's hilarious, Reggie.
This, yo, you can't get me. I'm gonna show you a little of what Dr. Leonard Jeffries says. So let me just pull this up. Okay, just a little bit of.
Now, Dr. Leonard Jeffries is the foremost authority on what? What is he about to prove here?
Dr. Leonard Jeffries is the foremost expert on.
You're gonna get Leonard Jeffries shot in these YouTube streets.
on African.
Man, don't get the elder shot up, yo, on the corner, yo. You bring him out to the corner right now.
Yo, put your little voodoo hat back on. You know how when you know that's Baron Sandi, right?
Oh, you put Leonard Jeffries on the show with Q Butter Robin, the principal. That nigga, imagine nigga the principal.
No, I wasn't. I was always talking about the debate.
Hey, Reggie,
talking about Q Butter.
This man is a principal. Imagine the principal on his lunch break, garnishing a firearm, yo, running up on me at a booth, taking some RBG shoes, running back to the school. When he get to the school, I'm meeting the nigga at the steps.
That's how simple it sounds.
Okay.
Just think
So
about
I'm
what
on
you
the
just said.
wrong show.
Let's get back to this. Ain't Leonard Jeffries sick though? Why you gonna bring him up?
He bring Leonard Jeffries up. Go ahead.
Ain't the brother still sick?
He good. He back in the fold, yo.
Yeah, he's good. He's just elderly, but he's good.
You good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's the matter with Dr. Leonard Jeffries?
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure, like, if he's still sick, because Chef might not know. Once he hear it, it's gonna be like,
Okay.
They shooting at the elder already.
Y'all shouldn't. Okay.
DQ.
All right.
And he's shooting at Leonard Jeffries, yo.
Y'all are disrespecting Dr. Leonard Jeffries?
No,
bro.
Not me, Brother Reggie. I want to hear this.
Oh, how old is Leonard Jeffries, though?
All praises to Baba Jeffries.
He's 86.
Yeah. Okay, he lucky because it's 8 to 80, so he made it. He okay.
Stop it.
He's our
Mute.
elder. I can't.
Godkilla, I need you to mute up. Play that damn video.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We will
This
not
is
bang
what
on
I
Leonard
asked Dr.
Jeffries because he
Leonard Jeffries,
passed the
right?
mark. He's 86. But we got a rule around here. 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. But since he's 86, he's okay. Hands off of the elder, the most ancient one. Now, let's go ahead, Reggie.
Hey, Ankh, you hurting yourself, Mr. Baron Sandi. You heard?
Go
Okay, so I asked Dr. Leonard Jeffries,
All right,
can y'all hear?
Yeah, we
Listen,
can. Turn it up.
Wait. So I asked Dr. Jeffries sarcastically, right? I'm playing devil's advocate. Okay.
Are you saying that spirit is supernatural, or is it character building, creating the African mind? What are you saying?
Okay, so so that part I don't want to play, but I want to play this part. Now,
why you want to play it? What did he say?
No, because I got more. Because it's my material. So, all right. So you don't get to hear that on, but you get to hear this.
Reggie, hell, boy.
Listen to Dr. Jeffries tell me off
go
on
ahead.
his spirit shit, right?
Go ahead.
Listen to him tear me. He's gonna tear my ass up, right?
It's various dimensions. You want to limit it to one dimension? No, it's various dimensions.
Oh no, Brother Reggie is a student of yours who walked and talked with you. Brother Reggie is not limiting it to spiritual component. Brother Reggie is talking to you because young people who have not taken your classes and Dr. Clark's classes, right, and Dr. Ben's classes and Professor Scobie's classes, right, and Professor Small's
classes, and Jan. I have a photo of Ivan Sertima.
And you had John G. Jackson, the author of
John G. Jackson, who was Dr. Clark's part of the African reading study group that they had.
I'm not limiting
These
it.
tools will be centered around an approach that involves understanding 4 major keys: concepts, the grouping of ideas and knowledge, analysis, perspectives on these ideas and knowledge, systems, the interrelationship between ideas and knowledge, and processes, forces controlling ideas and knowledge. The interrelationship of these 4 keys helps to reveal the need to appreciate and the significance of systems analysis and systems capability in revolutionary struggle. This is the last paragraph, ready. A total re-examination of African history is needed in order to establish a new frame of reference in which to analyze the issues of slavery, capitalism, racism, colonialism, imperialism, neocolonialism, and Pan-Africanism. Though through an understanding of the significance of the African world struggle over the past 500 years, an individual will have a better understanding of self, family, group, nation, and world. Black Studies is designed to provide an alternative worldview, and this course, through an analysis of the Black Revolution, will demonstrate why this is necessary for the survival, the growth, and the development of the Black world. Now, ain't nobody ever put no damn course like that together.
It's amazing. I lived it for close to now 40 years. I am one of the.
Each student is expected to attend the lectures, complete the reading assignments, participate in classroom discussions. Students are required to develop a research paper or project focusing on an individual and his or her movement and impact on revolutionary struggle, and pass the midterm and the final exam. Books needed are Eric Williams.
Okay, so let me speed it up. So what Dr. Jeffries is saying is when I said spirituality, right? He said, I can't limit it to that. I have to be well studied about on the African worldview. That's what he said. But there's more. So let me see if I can catch this. So what he does is he goes through all of the reading materials.
To one thing, it has to be a synthesis of all these things.
That's real.
Okay, so
Marcus Garvey, Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey.
Well said, Dr. J.
so that no one could limit any of these things to one thing. It has to be a synthesis of all these things.
That's real knowledge. That's not just seeking to pass an exam. So we're going for the real knowledge, and that's why we call it our sacred mission.
Oh, sacred. So that's a beautiful word. Our sacred mission. Good. And so some people who are into these spiritual cults and talking about spirituality, they don't that has to be wrapped into a sacred mission and not into a cult practices. You agree?
Yes. Yeah, you've been fighting that for some time, but don't let it cause you to fall out from the people you want to start to.
No, it's what it is that this new generation who haven't taken the classes, who haven't studied, who hasn't been involved in the real work, right? What they're doing is, because of the absence, you're elder, right? Because of the absence of you in the forefront, they are now making up without studying the whole concepts of what African people have thought and went through from the pre-Nile Valley, pre-dynastic, to the Nile Valley, to Central and West Africa, the spread of the different groups. What they're trying to do is they're centering on these words like spirituality without the knowledge, right? Without the complete knowledge. And so then they come up with these constructs of, yes, the ancient Egyptians practice rituals and relating to life after life, but they think that that's the end all. And I am in my area of teaching trying to say that there is something wider and there is something greater, and that's the fight.
The key to positive education is effective control of one's own socialization process and self-development. And then we have the great eras of African history, prehistoric discoveries, and then we have the classical period of the Nile Valley civilization, 5000 BC to 300 BC. Development of civilization, migration and settlement of the Nile overflow and agricultural surplus, societies, city-states, kingdoms, and I've got that in my grammar school thing. Several pages of it. 1896, Tutmos captured.
Now, there's a section where he says that Diop is a scientist, right? So I asked him about Diop, right? So let me see if this is it. These groups, all of these groups, they want to limit it to their particular experience. I just want to summarize on your last statement. What is your message to young people about understanding concepts like what they're pushing now? Yes, and what they're pushing now is limiting it to a spiritual belief rather than an African mind, an African how can I say rebuilding of the African human personality. What is your message about limiting it to things that are shiny, that sound good, rather than building, training, and being educated in the African worldview?
Well, here's part of what I want to say, that you've been blessed to be in the mix, in the middle of the mix, and blessed to be, at one point I almost wanted to put my foot up your ass, because we had given you the responsibility of watching out for the young babies. So
yeah, hey, but what is the message to the message to young people?
You said
what?
You said what?
Why you stop me? He said he wanted to put his foot up your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
To some spiritual beliefs. What do you?
Reggie cut the old man off. We want to hear that part, Reggie. What did you do, Reggie?
I would be okay with it. But they want to shake your booty.
Okay, this is what he's saying. He's saying, wait.
We have given you the responsibility of watching out for the young babies. So
yeah, hey, but what is the message to the? What is the message?
I cut him off.
Cut him off.
Into some.
We don't want to hear that. He was like, I don't want to hear that.
Wait, listen, don't get hung up with that.
Be okay with it.
Wait, don't get hung up with that. This is his final remark, right?
What?
This is his final 2 seconds. It's only about 1 minute. So this is his final remark. You got me messed up. 1 second. Wait, here it goes. That's sorry. Dad, Unc, you messed me up. Okay, here.
Giving you the responsibility of watching out for the young babies. So
yeah, hey, but what is the message to the? What is the message to young people about limiting it to some spiritual beliefs? What do you?
In other words, if it was limited to spiritual beliefs, I would be okay with it. But they want to shake your booty. That's what they want. They want to shake your booty. They want to act like they're pussy hounds or whatever. I mean, you got to go way beyond. If you're going to leave something that's going to last, you got to go way beyond what
okay.
is making money.
So, well, there's much more to this, and I'll play it all on another show. But I asked him these questions about this intergenerational thing about focusing on spirituality, and he just basically said that's not. If it was that, I would chill, but it's not that. People want to make money off of it. People want to shake their booties. People want to use it for women, and so you'll get to hear more of it when I actually replay it. But it's a casual conversation between me and my teacher, and that's just how he and I talk. But he is serious that he calls it our sacred mission, and that's what he means, because ultimately in America we don't have any African spiritual practices. We borrow it, we construct it, we don't live it. So when you ask an elder these questions, and yes, he's elder if you want to make fun out of him, but he's very
fun out of him.
He's very articulate.
Yeah, we ain't making no fun out of him, Reggie. We just said he 86. We can't put him under he outside of the guidelines of 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy.
Okay. So yes,
he has transcended that. So we won't be, he's good.
But he's fighting the same. He's fighting the same fight. But he's an academic. He is an academic extraordinaire.
Absolutely.
And so when you ask him, he's not going to limit it to some word like spirituality. So that's all I have to say until I play the rest. But I hope Sister Juju appreciates that.
I know she do.
I hope she appreciates that. And
ho BBB phobia.
But the rest of
she said.
But the
Mr.
rest
BB Fahodier, excuse me, I have to correct him, Reggie. And yes, I very much appreciate that from Baba Jeffries. Thank you.
Yes, that.
The what? What you say it again? Say it again. The BB what?
To me.
The BB hole is it?
One means black power. One means black liberation.
You say where did they holes at? That's what you say. The BB they holes at.
I don't do hoes. Sorry.
Since Sekou says that he does not believe. Since Sekou says that he does not believe, right? Then if he doesn't believe, then the other side is what Dr. Leonard Jeffries is going to say. It's the knowledge building, it's the education, it's the real work. And on top of that, and I'll stop. The fact of the matter is again, we don't have African spirituality from the continent. So stop selling us something that we don't have that's not important to our lives.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay, so I'll stop.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. What's going on, DQ? What's good with you? Pseudo-killer in the building. What's up, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just checking in, seeing the debate fully, seeing the whole
Yeah.
breakdown. But yeah, man, beat the
Yeah, I
brakes
played the
out
first round. I played the opening 5 in the first round, and then I'm gonna do another show on the second round. Then I'm gonna do the great third round. See, everybody getting mixed up the third round with the closing statement thing. And getting that mixed up. I know they is. I mean, I was there. I know. That's the round he pulled out the pig with the human face on and try to hit it with the Photoshop.
Yeah, you mean the fake picture that didn't even have anything to do with the article? That
Yeah,
one?
he hit us with the Photoshop. We was like, nigga, really? I seen this picture 5 years ago. Why'd you bring that up? And you're done, son. You photoshopped it.
Yeah, that
trying
was
to
a
show the horrors of science. What was
right? Yeah.
What was Alex Jones' trigger word? Human animal chimeras.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what that shit was. Man, that shit's crazy.
Wait a minute. What about the horror of science while he's living in Canada, where their life expectancy is higher than the United States, and the luxuries of all scientific advancement and technology? Like, explain that to me. The horrors of what? The horrors of what, Sekou? Which ain't your real name.
Free healthcare.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make a couple of points, Bobby. One was in that debate, he was talking about, this idea is like there's something bigger than us, and that's what spirituality is supposed to provide for you. This idea that,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but the cosmic perspective also gives you that same idea. You feel me? And it's pretty much based on the reality of the thing, not no supernatural, just made up type stuff, which is weird. So was this debate about him trying to find the meaning of life? Like, I'm still confused on his argument, and I'm just gonna keep banging on him. Like he lied the other day
What did he say?
about the Zulus, because he was like, well, show me an African nation that's atheist. I was like, the Zulus, remember Shaka Zulu? You feel him when they tried to give him Christianity? He said, well, I'm not gonna say because we don't know if that's an actual quote, but it is known that he did kill, all those spiritual practitioners and those superstitious
Right.
people.
During his reign, he wasn't fucking around. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were still doing some shit. But at the
Yeah,
end
of
of the day,
course.
though, he definitely questioned that shit all the way out the door.
Right.
Definitely.
But Sekou tried to use Okulukulu. Do you know what that is, Okulukulu?
Yeah,
He
that's
tried
the
to say,
deity in South Africa.
Is
But they
it?
only had one left though, and they actually got rid of during Shaka time. They got rid of most of the deities though.
But is it a deity? You sure?
Kulu? I don't know. Don't stop.
Okay, so by the wiki, it gives
What?
you pre-colonial definition and post-colonial definition.
Okay.
It was the post-colonial definition that he was referring to, not the pre-colonial. The pre-colonial actually says that it's like an older person or your ancestor. So he lied again. And I was like, nigga, why is you trying to mislead the audience? Like, you're wrong. And lies again. He's constantly lying. I mean, that's a red flag, y'all. I don't get it. Like, why y'all still fighting for this nigga? Put him to rest.
They was fine. I didn't think they was fighting for him. You know what I would like to say though?
I'm just talking about everybody who's like, oh, Sekou pick the brakes up for y'all.
Yeah, he put all y'all in it. I tell you what's funny though. Where the poll at they claim they put up though? Where that at? Where that's at?
That's on that one show that Sonetter did. Are you talking about the one where Sonetter put the poll up during the debate in the chat?
No, but where is it at though?
I don't know.
It was in the chat?
It was in the chat. He did a poll in the chat. It was about 700 people voted.
Yeah, while the debate was still
going on. What was the numbers though? What was the numbers?
While the debate was still going on and people didn't even watch the debate.
Sekou had you like 60-40, some bullshit.
So if 40% of the motherfuckers actually understood the material, think about that. Out of 100%, that's a motherfucking win for science because normally it don't happen that way. It'd be like 25%. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That actually understand what the hell happened. That's why when I slowed the rounds down, you could see his slides and what he was saying. The shit ain't even match up.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's
Like-
what I actually want. And then it was a stop. First of all, let me shout out the people who actually hit that Cash App, man. That's important. I never want to forget that. That keep that show going sometimes. Here you go. So I like to shout out, right? Alexander Torres, man, you always show love, man. I appreciate that, yo. Brass, man, appreciate you, man. That's love right there, man. Guaranteed, man. 2. Well, I appreciate that, man. All right. That's the Cash App for the day. I appreciate
Norman.
that.
Norman also gave you a super chat earlier.
Did he? Oh,
He
hell no.
did.
Norman, is that you? Appreciate that, Norman. Y'all hit that super chat. Damn, why it ain't up there? It's gone?
It was way earlier.
Really?
It don't stay up forever, I don't think.
Really? Oh, here it go. Oh, yes, it did.
Oh.
Yeah,
Make it come back.
for the love, for the love and knowledge.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, Norman, man. That's that. Hey, appreciate that. That's love right there, bro. Yep. That super chat. Yep, that's some love. Appreciate that all day, every day, man. Yep. Let me see. We got one more in the building, man. Stephen, man, I appreciate you, man. That's love, man. That's good love. Yep. So yeah, man, go ahead, Juju, because I know I always find a way to cut you off. Go ahead, Ju.
Listen, when you going back on vacation? No. Anyway.
Get that nigga out of there. I heard you was working. I heard you and Cedric was putting in work, y'all. And I was like,
Oh man, hey, Juju and Ced went hard. I came in at the tail end, but boy, Juju and Cedric handled their business.
I heard.
It's naive. Hey.
I can sit back. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, hold the corner down, yo. Let me get out the corner.
No, I
all the
respect
time.
my elders, and it's time for the young people to take over.
All right. Well, Cedric ass ain't young, and you ain't young. So what the hell's going on?
No.
As old as me. The hell's going down?
I'm not quite, but you know, you gotta tell everybody.
How old is Juju?
I don't look at him, huh?
How old is Juju?
I'm 47.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah,
Yep.
you ain't the spring of the chicken. You're definitely not the spring chicken.
Yeah, I was though a year ago.
Oh,
I was still springing. Speak for yourself.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
like,
I don't know what that means. Can we get a translate on that? What was you
man,
really
I
saying?
was still springing.
What she
Meaning
really
I
said
could
was
still
she was
do
springing.
cartwheels.
Let me stop.
You know, I'm doing 45-minute hot yoga sets. Like I'm not having an issue doing nothing. You hear me? I can still keep people swimming. So don't put that on me, bruh. But the only reason why I ain't springing right now ain't got nothing to do with the age, though. Let's just say that. And I'll be back springing. Like, give me a few more months. I had, you know, medical setback. But,
Springing. Damn.
Yeah.
Let me get a definition on what springing is.
Yeah, not that kind of show. I'm not even gonna put it
No,
out
I
there.
ain't
Like
messing with you.
I'm just
No, sir. We doing good over here. So yeah, man, I thought we had a good breakdown, right, of really what the hell Sekou was saying. It was a part right here where Miss Tiffany ate him up. Watch this. I'll
Facts.
play this out. Here's a good one. Miss Tiff ate him up. She ate him up. Let me see.
Yeah, these people be food around here. Y'all be playing. We be like
Yeah,
them
yeah,
orcas. We like to play with our food before we devour. We keep trying
Yeah,
to
she
tell
beat the
y'all you
shit
better
out of
stay
him.
out our
Listen.
way. Sorry, I just
The sisterhood beat the shit out of him. Here we
lady
go.
killers in the building.
Oh my God. Yeah, it got the shit beat out. Now watch this, y'all. I'm gonna play this for y'all. Watch this. Miss Tiffany going to work. Here we go.
I had a question. You talk about belief, and I just want to understand. You said you're not a believer.
No.
So, what is your definition of belief? Of a believer? What is a believer?
So a believer is someone who have faith based on dogma given to them by an institution or a person. So a prophet have a dream, or a man, Muhammad have a revelation in the mountain, or Paul Apostle met somebody on the road. So a faith based on dogma is belief. But for me to have the oceanic feeling, to understand, to question the meaning of my life and try to put spirituality to it, It's not based on dogma. It's naturally in me. Yeah, I'm saying the act of spirituality is naturally born into everyone. Even if someone who have never met me or have never read any spiritual book, born on an island or somewhere, they will have a spiritual question. Who am I? Why am I here? Why do I live? And they will find inner vision to supply answers to give meaning to their life. Every human.
Yeah, man. And when he put that hand up to his chest, you know he was trying to trick you. That's the trick, look, like the preacher do, look. Watch this, gonna put that hand up there, look. Watch this. It's how you know he lying.
No.
So what is your definition of a believer? What is a believer?
So a believer is someone who have faith based on dogma given to them by an institution or a person. So a prophet have a dream, or a man, Muhammad have a revelation in the mountain, or Paul Apostle met somebody on the road. So a faith based on dogma is belief. But for me to have the oceanic feeling to understand.
He put that hand on his neck. That's how he lying. This man is actually confused, man. I'm not a believer. Yeah. So he an atheist. Wow.
And to question the meaning of my life and try to put spirituality to it, it's not based on dogma. It's naturally in me. Yeah, I'm saying the act of spirituality is naturally born into everyone. Even if someone who have never met me or have never read any spirit.
Yeah, so if you're born in China, then is African spirituality born in your Chinese spirituality? It's gonna be like, what is it? Yeah, nobody's born with that. People have to teach you. So if you're in China, the Chinese teach you their ancestral system or whatever the family believes in. If you're in America, right, the family teaches you what it is. You're not actually born with any of that. How do we know? Because depending on where you at, the damn system change. The answers to life change depending on where you at, depending on the spiritual system. Yeah, he's a funny dude. I just wanted to play that. For the record, Sekou, at it again. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that, man. Look, man, been a powerful show, man. And well, there you go. So we're gonna do in another show, we're gonna do round 2. And we're gonna let Sekou speak for himself. Yeah, he is. So yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. I don't know why you keep Jack. You need to get that phone fixed. You got a wild phone, there, Miss Jack, and you messing up, man. Y'all know, but there's man the center for the study of pseudoisms. Pseudo killers, man. Community skeptics, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Look, hit that Cash App out the door, man. That's how we do around here, yo. We support coming in, support out, man. Appreciate everybody, man. You know what it is, man. I'm your host, man, Bobby Banger, man. You see something fire? Let me see. I want to play. You know what I want? You know how I do it around here, man, like that. You know how we do around here, man. We hit them out here like.
Oh, you international now?
Yeah, you lay. It's 3 hours and I'm 3 hours and a half. Jackie, your phone halfway working. Appreciate you for coming through, Jackie. You know you long-term support. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody, man. DC, man. He be making up definitions, man. DQ keep
I was trying to get in, but it kept failing. Something was wrong.
Oh, yeah. Get in. man. BC, Juju. You know what I'm saying? Richard Ross. Southern Child.
She talking tatted my name. I ain't even saving the number.
He said, cut it out. The Zulu was not atheist.
Vernacular snapping. She breaking bridges to get a kiss. Look what didn't happen. Her nosy friend.
Whole 4 top level. Reggie is in the building. Yeah, Mongol Slave. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Community Skeptics, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Raw Bones in the building. Who's in the building. Jackson was in the building.
My mental telepathy, hitting them curves, my lines connect like the letter B. Waiting my turn, I swear my life is the letter B.
Man, we're gonna keep jamming.
I learned the wisdom from A to Z. Books is still something, I still instill in the women. If you can hold up a combo, then we can make us a killing. Close your eyes and just listen to these tricks when they tricking. When my chicks looking good, it's like them bricks when they flipping.
Man, hit that ad,
System water bottles and Gatorade. Gotta say, a lot of people want me to fade away. Dedicated, keep my game sharp as a razor blade. Day to day, with my gold teeth in the table fade. Play a made. System water bottles and Gatorade. Gotta say, a lot of people want me to fade away. Dedicated, keep my game sharp as a razor blade. Day to day, with my gold teeth in the table fade. Play a made. System water bottles and Gatorade. Gotta say, a lot of people want me to fade away. Dedicated, keep my game sharp as a razor blade. Day to day, with my gold teeth in the table fade. Play a made. System water bottles and Gatorade. Gotta say, a lot of people want me to fade away. Dedicated, keep my game sharp as a razor blade. Day to day, with my gold teeth in the table fade.
Man, you at the Community Skeptics, man. Sitting back enjoying life, man. Whooping the pseudos for their pseudoism and they misinformation to the black community. Y'all know, hit that cash app, man. Man, appreciate y'all for listening, man. I'm Bobby Banger, your host, man, aka Godkilla. Always remember, man, to keep it moving when the pseudos is in the building. Keep moving the real information, man. Don't be dismayed by blackology and people promoting wild ideas. Man, I appreciate everybody that supported, man. Y'all know what Lamar is, man. Lamar Jackson and them, man, they're going to be getting it in. Going to beat the shit out of the Steelers. I already know it. Son Child, man, I appreciate you coming through. As always, man, appreciate everybody, man. And I'm going to close with this, man. What tangled web they weave when they practice to deceive. With that, man, we out, man. Like and subscribe, man, to the Community Skeptics, Pseudo Killers, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm a Raw Squad Up, man. Magi Archers, man. With that, I'm out.